Check 1 2 3. Oh, check 1 2 2 2 3 4.
Copyright.
Alright, here goes intro.
What are you doing back there? All right.
Where did I put it? No. You know what I did? I think I said this to you too. When it was low there, I was like, instead of the low, you can put one of those spiritual split. Oops. I wonder. You don't have to necessarily be camp, but it should, you know, be something similar to like, what the show is about. So what the they in line to a certain street, do that. It could be a montage, but there's little pieces that pretty much take the show is about.
Oh, this intro is going to change. It's going to be actual record a show, and we'll have each of you in the.
One more person. Now, my wife said, "You will here." I thought you was at school. I'm trying to catch you. She goes, "You will?" He said, "He's at the house." So then I called you. I stopped at the car. I'm driving.
What's up?
¿Dónde es
I think I dropped my
Where's the shirts, Isaiah? Isaiah,
I got home and it wasn't on.
where's the shirt?
It was on the angle when I picked it up.
When we took him to camp, where did they go? Whose car were they?
Hey, yo, look at my knife.
Oh.
Hey.
Is that in my car? Probably.
What?
Who got a key?
What? Oh. Alright, so I got a video. So.
You said it has to be small.
This end
If you said,
Can you hear it? It's still live, right?
yeah, I can. Oh yeah, it's for you. Oh, you never shut the audio check.
Did.
No, like on the left.
Ah, fudge. Oh.
Fucked up, right?
Man, them can rock the mic right. You see me?
Check. 1 2 1 2. Check 1 2. Make sure your mic's on. It's not on. Your mic's not on. That might help. You gotta wait for it.
Check 1 2 3 4.
So Joe, my mic sounds really weird.
1 2. A lot of bass in this one.
Yeah, there's a lot of bass in his and a lot of 10 in mine. I want to try it with 4 people. Because it's supposed to be 4 people, so. Yeah. I don't like straddling this thing.
Did we get the right chairs? Are these the right chairs?
Yeah, this is the chairs from up there. What's this mic?
Actually,
I don't like this mic.
down slow. Because people didn't do their job right.
Check 1 2. Check 1 2. I like this mic.
How you lower this right here?
Press it down. Check.
I wasn't trying to break nothing.
There's a dent in the table now.
And you did harder than me. Oh look, Job is here. Wow.
It's weird, right? Have a seat, Joe.
Hey, you actually just look like a producer.
Yeah, you do. Actually, you really do look like a producer. All you need is a clipboard and an earpiece.
And iron your damn shirt.
No,
Just messing. I'm just messing. Nah, that's from the car. I was just
If
messing.
he ironed his shirt, it would look like an executive producer. They don't do shit.
Yo, that's what I'm aiming for.
So Tobias,
Now you gotta talk louder than that, bro.
just follow my lead.
I know, I gotta get used to this shit.
Just add your flavor. Be you.
Can
Don't
I,
be.
Can I
don't
turn
be
to the side
winning.
like this? Can I turn to the side like this?
You can turn to the side. I
Alright.
talk mostly to the side. I don't like talking to the camera. It's weird.
So yeah, I'm
1
gonna
2.
talk to you a lot.
Yo, can you fix Job's mic? It sounds tinny.
The hell is Tim?
I think I like.
I
Yeah,
think
put a
that's
little
his
bass
voice.
in my voice,
It's all
cause
based
I
on
think
this one
that's
right
his
here.
voice.
You want this mic?
damn, you got a deep voice.
I think this.
Yeah,
I
this
think
is natural.
Oh, he's ready for it. He's
This is
ready for his
natural.
real. He's
I
ready.
think Tobias should be on the radio show.
Hey,
Just wake up like this every
I
day.
think
He
so
just
why-
read-
yeah, I woke up like this.
He can be a reader.
You
If
can
I
be a
was
reader.
walking around with a bathing
He can be
suit,
on the
you
radio
would be horny.
No, I
As a
would
reader.
not.
I'm
We
your
need
doctor.
4 people. We haven't had
Proverbs
that.
chapter 7 verse 10.
Ezekiel, man of valor is walking through the door.
Verse 7. And behold
All
the
praises.
simple one. I just
Your
thought he
son
was here.
Your
Yeah,
son
he
just told
was.
me that he
Been
got
in here
that.
since
And
11.
behold, the sister said that God
That's
said
a
not to
silver
judge.
one.
I'm
That
going to
don't
show you
count.
what that means, sister. Because we don't understand what that means.
Hey, should we wear it?
No,
Hey,
sister. No.
oh, it's 'cause
Our
of the
people are so
old,
damn destroyed. Let's see what God
logo?
says.
That's the reason why.
Bro, your son just told me that he gets his feet done.
First Corinthians
He said when I went to the
chapter
foot's
2,
place, and I said,
verse
"You got your
15.
feet done." I said, "Did your dad get his feet done?" He said, "No, he never does." My mom
Kids
took
that
me.
get their feet done.
Hey,
Get
hold
my
on,
feet
hold on,
done.
hold on. We're gonna talk about that
Behind the
later.
scenes.
Elijah's here. We're gonna talk about it.
I said, "Did your dad know about that?" He said, "No."
Read it again. Who changed the truth of God?
Hey,
into
did
a
you just get
lie?
off work?
See that, sister? You believe what you
Sit
believe,
down.
that you could dress like that God, you can't judge because
Yeah,
the world
that's the
has
mighty
changed
David
the
Judah.
truth of God into a lie.
Zach
Look at this
Judah.
foolishness.
Yes, sir.
God said that the
Behind
world
the scenes
today
radio.
has changed the truth of
like
God
chemistry?
into a lie.
Chemistry.
See that? The woman must be a woman.
It's a wild
The
Zara. Throw a
woman must
Pokeball.
be teaching the children.
Zarathafat.
The woman must
Zarathafat.
teach the young daughter, the young sister, how to be a real
Is it
woman.
Zara Judah or is it Zara Ben?
Why? Because the minds of our people have been so spoiled and destroyed. Let's see, read it.
Zara's been Aaron.
Now, brother, okay.
Damn.
But you shave your head.
Hey, I think you need to
shave
go
your head
see
and you shave your
Cap
face,
man.
right?
Get that changed.
It's appropriate for you. Give me Acts 5:29.
No, got him. Hey, look, 4 people.
Matthew 26.
We got 4 people.
Maybe that'll make up for
A
the
very precious ointment, and poured it on his head, as he said at meat. But when his disciples
Yeah,
I don't think you produce as much awkward silence as you think you do.
I feel like I'm real little, like Elon. This how he feels.
Yo, this
It's
table,
all the way up.
This table is high.
I think it's bigger than the one up there.
That's why I don't like. That's why I be chilling, like looking like I'm laid back.
This
my
table
braids
is
look
high.
crazy, man. Wow.
I look bright. I
look, right.
Yeah,
So look,
ISO.
like-
ISO.
So right here,
We're gonna build canvas.
yeah, we're gonna have
Yeah.
the canvas, right? And on that side,
Bishop with a quote.
no, we can't do the bishop.
Okay.
We can do Christ.
I feel like if we do Christ, it's idolatry.
Okay. So on this side, we're gonna I get feedback.
I'm getting
But on this
feedback.
side, what we're gonna do
Yeah.
is we're gonna have the
You're
12
not
tribes.
even on the radio
Just the
crew.
images.
Why are you messing with stuff?
No,
Since
keep
you
going,
came
keep
over
going.
here, that's
Don't
when
be
I started.
distracted.
Right.
You messing
So
with
we're
stuff.
gonna have the
That's how that started
images of the
going.
12 tribes on here on the canvas too. I think canvas on brick is a nice.
No, I
look.
like it. Yeah, we're gonna do that. Isaiah's on that, right? Canvas.
The canvas.
Radio
Canvas.
show.
Get them printed
We're
on
gonna
the
get the
canvas.
prices. We got the
Yeah,
logo
yeah,
now.
yeah.
We're gonna put the logo there for sure.
Yeah, right here in the middle.
Yeah, all praises.
I don't want to straddle this, so there's got to be like 4. 'Cause I don't want to straddle this no more.
It's good the way it is.
I know, but the last couple ones I had to straddle this because it's
Why?
only been 3.
Because it's only 3 of them.
Oh, you gotta make it
This
even.
is the first time that it's been 4. So
Why I have to talk so close to the mic? It's like in my mouth.
You really don't.
You want to change my?
what you got to do?
Hey,
Joe, what you got to do is you got to point it up at your face, and then you just talk regular. And
but
then-
I'm looking at little mic.
it's called microphone etiquette. You know what I'm saying?
How come I don't have a brand new mic cover?
Yo, yacht,
What?
yacht.
This brother.
Yes.
Hey, why Elijah
Why
all
not
of a
the
sudden got a
old
film crew
rundown?
shirt? Where'd he get that film crew
That's how
shirt?
it's a reject.
Let me
brother
fix
just-
your audio.
He just undid his buttons and his film crew. I'm part of the crew.
Reject.
Hey, I know.
It's a reject.
Dang, he got off work ready.
No,
like,
that's not being rated. That's
Hey,
a
I know,
reject
I know
shirt.
them brothers work extra hard.
Reject shirt.
They work extra hard to make sure obviously you well Mike was ready. They was like, okay, obviously you well Mike got to be tight because we don't want to be mad.
Why your mic so tall?
And why is this?
I don't know how to.
I don't
Cause
even know what a
look at-
mic is
look-
supposed to sound like.
This is all the way down.
They post.
Yeah, they all sound
You know
different.
what? We might have to bust a Elon. Where's the booster?
Eh,
Booster
I
chair.
need a booster chair.
I need
Nah,
a
man, you
booster.
can't. Nope. It ain't fair. Man, you need to iron that shirt.
It'll probably be over there.
Oh yeah.
There it is.
Start what?
One at a time.
I don't know how to one at a time.
Mike.
Ooh, we could do a picture-in-picture.
Hey,
with
how's
the
this?
logo right there. That'd be tight.
How's that? Huh? We good? Okay, so the topic today, this is not Patient Saints Radio. What do you call this thing? Oh, behind the scenes radio. Welcome. I'm not as animated as Zeph Judah, nor as Solo Zeph or Zeph Entertainment. I don't even think they're working on these mics. I don't even think. Damn. What the hell? Where they at?
They somewhere, I don't know now.
Damn.
Yesterday I posted.
Yeah, Joe was trying to get you married, bro. Joe was trying to get you married.
Hey, look. Did you Didn't you participate in Passover?
No.
That was you was trying to dance with the sister in the pink, and you was like, you was white. I was like, yeah, the sister in the pink, and I was like, pink? What pink? Everybody's in white. What are you talking about?
The one that was really shame-faced was the one I remember I was like,
Check. 1 2 1 2. Check 1 2 1 2. I like this.
I don't like the middle part, but whatever's going on in the back.
Hey, Zara. Walk behind me. Stand right here. I need you to walk behind me. Stand right behind me. What's wrong with that camera? Hey, Zara, director of photography, handle it.
Isaiah.
Make sure the bubble is in the middle.
Bubbles. Put the level on the camera. Press info. Director of photography, you're supposed to do that. Take over. Director of photography, worry about the camera.
I want my churros with extra sugar.
Usually there's fans and an exhaust and an AC and a. Hey, Zara. Oh no, never mind.
Where's your son at?
Isaiah, can you run over there and turn out the house lights? We don't need those lights on.
I got my water, alkaline water. You want some alkaline water?
I got this water.
Alkaline water.
I know, but it's not cold like this water. Hey, Yacht, turn on the rim lights. Turn on the rim lights. Turn on. There we go. Booyaka, booyaka, booyaka. Boom, 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 boom. Shalom, everybody. Zeph Judah, Behind the Scenes Radio. The YouTube show they don't want you to know about. Guarantee we're going to get blocked we're going to get a copyright strike. It's just going to happen. So make sure you guys log in, tune in on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and make sure you go to behindthescenesradio.com so that you can register for our Discord server so that in case they cut us off, because they're more likely to cut us off because we're telling all the secrets today. So in case they cut us off, you want to make sure that you don't miss Behind the Scenes. Let's go. I think he's just checking me.
That means he's about to be an asshole.
Oh damn, I'm an asshole now. that's how we show brotherly love and kindness and affectionate one to another.
Sorry, brother.
Call each other assholes. That's what it is.
Day of Atonement is 2 weeks.
Huh? It's a week, brother.
It's a week? All praises. See you soon, I hear.
It's 2 weeks.
Damn. You got me back.
Do all things.
Do this in order.
Hello, hello, hello. Hey, we're here. So, and thus the children of Israel were smitten because they were in sin. Evil. You know what? I don't think we could bring a fan over here because it would be too noisy. It would be a lot of feedback, especially with the speaker sitting where it is.
How you doing, Ezekiel?
I think that'd be good. Quick question. Quick answer.
Can you guys see this enough to be able to watch the video without full screen?
Yes.
We can't get any real details off of that. Like she had the photo of the publisher apologizing. We couldn't see what it said. We couldn't read that.
Well, see, things like that, we'll bring it up for 15 seconds.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll
bring it up on
Okay. I'm just talking because he told me to talk. But you're good, brother. Yeah, you're good.
His voice is deeper than
A
mine.
lot
So
of
I don't
bass.
like that.
But you know what? I just wake up like that in the morning.
We
All
good?
praises.
All right, cool.
I was more austere than
Yeah, you have a freaky austere look. Like you're about to kill someone.
Yeah, you do, bro. I'd be like,
serial
damn.
killer. Like,
Talk to that brother right there. Is he in the spirit? So this is gonna be the little brochure.
You just,
check on that brother.
you just see,
Going out.
you just see two eyes in
On top of the
darkness.
picture, we can do the writing. Solutions for our community.
Hey, let's not talk about that right now.
You know,
His mind needs to be on this right now, Tovaya.
praises.
All praises?
Praises.
Yeah, all praises. Hey, let's take it to a whole nother level. We're gonna get cups from behind the scene cups. Hey, Isaiah, let's look on printing behind the scene logo on cups. Woo! Who cares who does it? Who cares who do it? Let's just get it
Behind the
done.
scenes logo on cups.
Soldier James. So get who? I don't want you to say I forgot next week. So put a brother over it. Yeah, it's fucking hot,
Be
bro.
too much feedback.
Turn on the AC.
No, we
Love you, brothers.
we're broke, bro.
These lights got some heat on.
Turn on the AC.
No, we're gonna keep this money in the
No
tree.
fire.
Someone might need it in the
Hey, the
body.
AC right there.
Someone might need it in the body, brother. Someone might need something in the body, brother. We can't take away that. We can't be greedy like that.
I had to sit up like this.
Bro, I just had to sit up straight. Are we ready to go? Good job, y'all. We're ready. We're waiting for Zelf. Officer Zelf. Officer Zelf, to the front center, please.
Kings in the building.
To bring your
Officer
Zeph
Zelf.
Judah.
Look at he already. That
Look at the brother
walk.
standing up
That's
straight.
the walk of.
Look at the walking straight.
Zeph Judah?
Are you eating cake?
That's
Well,
a
your wife
fat
was
kid
back
look.
there.
That's a
Your
I
wife
just
was
did
back
something
there
bad
cooking.
look. I just got finished eating some cake. It was fun.
I had egg and sausage.
Oh, you
grits?
did this.
I wish I had some grits.
Put your nose down.
You got a nose
So we're
shot.
gonna get cups printed with the behind the scene logo on it. Cups on the table, behind the scene. Straight at you, behind the scene. And we're gonna get curtains right here. So when they say behind the scenes, we're gonna open the curtains. We're gonna be behind the scene. Get it?
Complimentary of the House of Officer
Yep.
Joe.
I'm just thinking of all types of ideas. My brain's working right now.
That's pretty good right there. That's a slick idea.
All praises. Let's get this started. Hey, Yak, you good?
Hey, what we
Let's get this started.
Let's talk about slavery commented in history books. It needs to go down right here. Oh, nice look, bro.
We got this Negro code
It's not.
on
It's
the...
not right there. It's on the screen.
No, I'm looking
Kinda
at the
fly.
line.
He's like, where is it at?
Oh, who got
That's
their
a
Bible?
blooper.
I forgot my Bible.
I got my Bible. I carry that thing like a M16, my brother.
Yeah, my back.
I say strap.
That's how we do it.
I would like no coffee.
Yeah.
I don't drink coffee anymore.
Bro, that
feel-
looks like how the coffee gonna come out the other side.
I
Right?
feel like the bowels need to stay in my belly.
I don't drink coffee no more.
Okay.
I don't love men's no more. I am delivered.
I is delivered.
Hey, we're gonna have that as a funny clip. I don't love men's no more. Or no, just that part. I am delivered. Find that clip. That would be funny. Oh shoot. Why am I sweating like
You want
this?
my ice?
I'm not used to this, bro. I never liked the limelight. Yeah,
Hell
Can we
no.
have that
and
more?
during our show,
Yup.
yeah.
I got
Yup.
I got asthma.
Bro, we should put it on the ends,
Wait,
not
when
in
do
the
you have
front.
asthma?
I've always had asthma.
We should put them on the end. Yep, on
Definitely
the
don't.
ends,
Definitely don't act like you have asthma.
not on the
Breathing
front.
exercises. Whenever you get short of breath, you just do your breathing exercise. That's what I told Legita, but she don't listen.
Just breathe.
No discipline.
Yeah, you're supposed to breathe.
That's a demon. That's what happens when you like Ferguson's and Mark.
Man, I'm gonna have my little word slogan that I use at every radio show. Now, Cap says, "Man," I'm gonna say,
You want to get them demons out your house? Just like some Ferguson's and Mark.
"That's a good
Let's see
commercial."
what happens.
You don't think
Right.
that's good?
Right there, commercial. You hear that? You hear that?
Bishop said that. Like,
Was that annoying you
years
Get
ago.
some Ferguson and Murray.
You want the demons
Hey,
out your
Well,
house?
that was annoying you too, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, work.
Oh, okay, you like that.
Hey, Ezekiel, work. Let the supervisor
good.
come out.
Hey, do
That
your
was
thing.
nice.
Do your thing. Hey,
good call right
remember
there.
how you was on the thing, on the movie? Do that. Do that right now.
All praises. Most high. Most. Look at this. Look at this. Murdered by police. Over and over, we go over telling our people the reason why our people is getting murdered in the streets is because they don't want to follow God's laws.
They don't want to follow God's laws.
I'd rather go out there and trap.
The problem is that brothers and sisters, they don't want to be following God's laws. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I can hold the mic better.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
I don't feel like holding on mic.
This is perfect in this
I'm
thing.
gonna just.
It's perfect in the stand for you, brother.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I
Like,
mean?
I feel a little bit, because if I want to talk to you over here, I still want to have a good audio.
Right.
If I want to talk to you over here, I want to have a
I
good
want
audio.
to be able to turn this way and talk to somebody.
I don't.
Why you want, brother Allen order side space move?
Nah,
I
man,
wish I was-
my neck gonna get a crook. Just keep saying this way, yo.
Hey, you can talk to
I'm already
Yak
starting
in the
to
booth.
feel it right now. Like I need to.
You can talk to Yak in the booth, you know what I'm saying?
I feel high. I don't
I
know
just feel
about
like
y'all.
I would have better audio. Yeah, I feel like I would have better audio if
Do I
I
look
just talk like
shiny?
this and I just keep the mic.
Do I look shiny?
You know, like you will at camp, he just put the mic on his chin and just talk. I feel like I would have better audio if I do that.
I
Ooh,
do be
Officer
doing
Zelf.
that.
You just rest the mic right on your chin.
He's yellow.
Because, man, I don't be liking my lips touching that
Officer
damn
Zelf
old thing.
Right.
See, you're balancing.
And when I'm holding it like that, bumping my lips
You see
sometimes.
Oh, this is like
Keep it right here.
this is like Hosea.
Like that.
It's
Hosea
the funniest
9.
thing in the world, I promise
It
you.
look funny. I never seen that.
Because when you do it,
Yeah.
you hit
yellow
your
view.
chin. You don't like just like put it there and it just kind of float down. No, you be like, all right, so we go, and then you give it to the brother and you be like, all right, so now. It's hilarious, bro. I love
Who
it.
back there
Are you
burning
finished or
stuff?
are you done?
You finished or is you done? I like this.
I was
This is-
curious.
This right here. I should have done this the whole time.
Should I get a
Hold it.
Bible? I was going to get a
Yeah.
Bible.
Yeah, get the Bible.
Did not come to this
I got a
country
Bible.
as workers, willingly being paid to do a job, earning an honest keep. But yet in the Texas
praise.
textbook,
Woo!
they are teaching
Most High got big
children,
Hey,
plans for
Ezekiel.
they
us.
want to put out a
Does
lie
it look okay with me holding the
and
mic?
feel this is right. Now, I will show you the video the sister put up first because it's very important to see her video. Then we'll look at the news clip. We'll go really quick.
So look at this sister right here.
Said put it in my
Yesterday,
left
I
hand.
posted a
Tell me this,
picture of
y'all.
my son.
The audience can see
he
this
sent me
with us on there with the video.
That's an image
That's
from
tight.
his history
That's
book
fire.
about Africans coming over as workers, and so
Oh,
a
that's
lot
all
of people
good.
asked me about the book and
Okay,
who the publisher
I can't-
was.
I can't be a
So I
one-
have a
gotta-
copy of the book at
Look,
home.
Joe,
I'm
Joe,
gonna make
Joe,
it look like I'm
Joe.
really looking at it. With
Take
so
your
this is
arm
part
off
the
the table.
Texas
There you go.
textbook
Thank you.
adoption.
His brother.
So
All
I'm
right,
gonna
so
show
look,
you the book,
this is
and
what
then
we
there's
gonna
just
do.
an interesting
Hey,
section
Stevie?
where they sort of
So-
so
Jay-Z?
the book is. I'm gonna turn the camera around.
No, put the mic towards your mouth.
Oh,
And if
man.
I, and if I take it off, Zep, I'm gonna do it again.
No, he's gonna do the famous UL freaking mic stuck against the chin.
I think his mic got Velcro on it, bro.
That's his signature. When he's teaching, he's always
Like
right
if he
here.
ever takes the mic off his chin, all you hear is
You can't even hear it talking about bumping. What are you talking
you do, you do.
We're not doing
You can't hear it, but I see you do it because your beard be moving. You put it in your beard, go.
about? No, I put the mic in my beard.
It's like his
Don't he
bump.
put it? Don't he put it like this when he goes. All right, read. And don't he do this?
And then there's the teachers.
Put it right back.
And then put it right.
Hey, one time he kept putting the mic right here. I was like,
section
stop putting the mic in my mouth, bro.
Oh god.
Nah, I don't want to use it. I want to do this. I want to see how this works.
is under this section called patterns.
See, no,
of
but then you got
immigration.
that. Look at Joe.
Patterns
That's
of
how he gonna be with
immigration.
the mic, and that
You
doesn't.
see, this is one of the
That doesn't
talk,
look
I'm good.
symmetric. But then when you don't talk, you gonna do that.
So you want me to hold it right here the whole time, brother?
Yes. Look at my face. Look at me. This is what I do.
The whole time, brother.
You the one decided to take it off.
I'm gonna have to get that stand back then.
Population. The remaining population is descended from immigrants.
I'm gonna be the only one.
Immigrants.
Look at me, free with my mic, cause I know how to do things. It's called etiquette, baby. It's called
The Atlantic
etiquette.
slave trade between the 1500s and the 1800s.
Look, all you gotta do is lean your hand on the table and then
from
relax.
Africa to the southern United States.
Bam! There it is. Right, perfect position. Cause I'm short, that gummit.
So
You're
it
used
is
to
now
this.
considered
Yes.
I think
immigration.
you're having flashbacks.
And
I am.
These are some other sections
I will
that
have to
sort of
use a
talk about the
cushion.
pattern of immigration. This section here in particular.
First John 5:3 is about to come
Hey,
out.
yeah. All right. So what we
Simple
got
enough.
next? What's next? All right. Well, give me some. Give
We
me
ain't
some,
got all day.
Give me some.
Oh shoot.
Give me some music. Give me some. Let us get in mode.
Why we got this playing right now?
Cue to cue.
Why we got that playing?
I'm ready when you are.
All right, let's do this.
Why we got that playing right now?
Starting from the beginning.
Started from the bottom. Now I'm here.
So Vaya can't be on the show. He ain't in the intro.
No, it's good. This is a dry run. Oh yeah, we have a
You're gonna
guest
have to
today.
announce
Special guest reader.
Yeah, we'll announce that.
The guest reader. I like that. We have a reader now. We didn't have a reader before.
man.
Officer Uel was the reader and commentator.
I want my stand back. I'm sorry, bro. Yeah,
Producer.
He's like, no, for real. I do. Bring
but
it
I'm
here.
gonna be like all like
Yep.
You gotta have that discipline, bro.
that discipline and the laws is what I'm gonna keep. Thou shalt not put mic in front of thy face.
I'm good. It's me. It's all day. Zep Judah, baby.
Why we got this playing? I'm just trying to figure out.
Yeah, why we got this stupid thing in the middle? Take the picture-in-picture off, or put the logo up, or something.
Yeah, and that picture-in-picture. No, that's where they're gonna play live, right?
Put the logo up until we have something to play.
Yeah.
I'm getting ready for the
Y'all hear me?
Hey, put that logo up for that picture-in-picture until we're ready to play something.
David Judah.
Hey, which one? So this is main camera. Hey, I want to see what that camera 2 look like. You're gonna be zooming in who's ever talking, or you're just side view of the whole table.
Probably be good if until we get
Hey, y'all.
camera.
I'm getting ready for the big day. I don't wanna miss out, that's a mistake. I'm getting ready for the big day. I'm getting ready for the big day. Me and everything else had to split ways. I'll be finally free like a mixtape.
Hey, Ezekiel. I'm thinking about making you be a roam camera.
I hope it I ain't never when the action get the crack. I'ma act a fool when it happen like what happened.
A roam camera, like you can move behind him wherever you need to go.
Everybody say, hey, like a rabbit pig Latin. From the bottom like caption, redemption, what you get when you low, you not checking like you boy, if you scared, this ain't for you, got me slipping on that oil when the day comes. I thank God for
your belly.
My day ones, pull pride to the side, gotta stay humble. On the side of the sky, stop playing, come on. What you gonna do in the visitation? 100 million angels as a situation. Most high coming down doing renovations. Supper of the Lord, got my invitation. Oh yeah, it's a day of darkness for those who don't really underlining and everything frightening in flames. Oh Lord, have mercy.
Yo, hey, last night was great, right? That piece we turned up.
We had a fabulous time.
Yeah, we had a fabulous time. All praise to the Most High. I know. The intro's getting greedy right now.
No, he's just playing music. We supposed to be getting in the spirit right now.
Oh, praise.
Are we live?
Oh shit, I can't be honest.
Oh, we need that live light.
Are we live?
We're live.
Oh, snap.
Hey, Isaiah. Live light. Look into that.
Hey, I didn't hear the countdown.
I didn't either, but it's okay.
Where's
we
the
gonna
boop,
start?
boop, boop? I didn't hear the countdown. I thought it was in the intro.
It's okay.
Damn, Isaiah.
Look,
just
we gonna
straight up
start.
told
Is that the
you.
intro?
He cut him. Isaiah cut him.
Hey,
Hey,
wait, was it in
everybody,
the intro?
behind the scenes radio.
Shalom, everybody.
Shalom,
Judah.
shalom.
Shalom.
Officer, you well.
Shalom, Officer Job.
Soldier Tovaya.
And this is Behind the Scenes Radio.
Radio,
the radio show. We're not
radio.
doing that. That's not Page Saints.
Okay, sorry.
Shut that noise.
We'll try something else.
The radio show that
That
the
is when you
internet
miss
don't
school.
want you to know about. Why? Because we casting down imaginations and we going behind the scenes of all of Esau's media, bringing out the witchcraft and tomfoolery that they trying to mask, but we revealing it with the Holy Scriptures.
That's
Is that right?
That's
Right,
right.
That's right.
And it ain't gonna stop just for your information.
It ain't
Behind
gonna
the
stop.
scenes,
So
scenes,
make
scenes,
sure
scenes.
that you go check us out on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and of course, register for our Discord server so that you can be involved in the conversation. Because I told you, they don't want you to know about this information we about to bring out. So
Hey.
they gonna give us a copyright strike. They gonna take us down in like 2.5 seconds. So
What if they want to send us a letter?
if they want to send us a letter, all you got to do is go to the Discord server.
Look
and
down there right
send
there.
us a letter. And
At-
if you want to send us a letter on the emails, all you got to do is go to behindthescenesradio@gmail.com.
Behind the scenes,
And if you want to
scene.
keep your old-fashioned ways, it's 5301 Southwestern Avenue, Los Angeles.
You know what I'm saying? Get in touch with us. Get in touch with us.
Behind the scenes,
But-
scene.
Put a
scene.
stamp on it. Make sure you get there.
Put a stamp on it. I like that. That's a shirt. Put a stamp on it. That's right. All right. So what we going over today? What we going over today is imagery and media. Now,
Imagery.
this is a topic that I think a lot of people have been going over recently because of diversity in the media. You know what I'm saying? They're taking a bunch of traditionally Caucasian characters and they're blackwashing them. They're putting out all of these fictional stories that make fun of really black Hispanic culture. And on top of all of that, we have never grown beyond the cultural stereotype.
Right.
So we're going to go, I always go to Officer UL, so I'm going to go over this way today.
Okay. Fine.
We're going to go to Officer Joe.
Hey, shalom, Officer
What
Joe.
you got to say about that, Officer?
Man, the thing with imagery nowadays is very important because without imagery, the people are people.
Imagery?
Huh?
Imagery?
In a tree.
Yeah, put the image in the tree.
Oh,
In a
image.
tree.
Yeah, the imagery.
Let it grow thereby.
Did I say that
Let it
right?
grow thereby. Let the leaves not
and
wither.
see what the fruit becomes.
So the image that our people need today is gonna take our people out of conditions that we're in. When you really think about it.
Well, I think it goes a lot into what's the scripture in Hosea where it says we're going to be many days without an image, right?
Hosea 3 and 4.
3 and 4. See, look, they know where it's at. I know what it says. See, it's tag
That's
team.
actually a good precept to
Teamwork.
bring out. That's
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because when you don't have an image, you don't know what your image should be. You don't know what a positive image or a negative image for you. Like a video vixen, most people would say is a positive image because, you know, she's using her body to make money and this, that, and the third. She's getting glorified for her assets. But when you look in the Bible, that's a negative image. That's showing the image of a harlot or a whore, according to God. And when you don't know what your image is or you don't have any examples of your image, you can be told your image is whatever they want it to be.
Right.
And when I say they, I mean the powers that be that run
America.
the media. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't going to say that.
The Great.
I was going to say that. I was going to go with the Paul answer. Babylon, the red dragon.
Confucianist.
Look, I don't want to get demonetized already. You know what I'm saying? We got 3.5 seconds left before we really get to the behind the scenes. So
Hey, but guess what? What you just said is that Babylon gives us an image.
Babylon.
So we do have an image, but is that really our image that they portray? Because when we find ourselves in the Bible, when we find our history, our ancestors in the Bible, it looks nothing like what they put out there in society and in the media today.
yeah, and for those of brothers and sisters that don't even like the Bible, you go into history. The Bible correlates with what we look like in history. Hollywood cinema, media, Vogue magazine, Essence, Jet. None of that correlates with how we looked in history.
And what is that? What is those type of image that they portray us as?
Well, first, we got to go behind the scenes.
Let's
dive into the scriptures.
Let's get there. Let's
get
go.
it.
Pilly man.
Behind the scene.
Oh, shit.
Read that.
It's the book of Hosea, chapter 3 and verse 4. For the children of Israel shall abide many days without a king, and without a prince, and without a sacrifice, and without an image, and without an ephod, and without a teraphim.
So the part of that scripture that I want to focus on is the fact that the children of Israel, Job asked a really good question. He said, well, what does that image look like? Well, the image that you're looking for, you're not going to find black people in the Bible. You're not going to find African-American people in the Bible. You're going to find Israelites. Right. So to find out what that image looks like, you got to have a nationality or a heritage to look at. And it says those people are going to abide many days without an image. That's the point I want to focus on, because it talks about an image. It talks about a king, a prince, teraphim, and sacrifice, meaning they're going to abide many days without redemption, without being saved. They're going to have no leaders. These are all characteristics of the Israelites.
Right.
When you look at the black and Hispanic community, like superheroes are traditionally Caucasian. When you look at any of the old superheroes, the Justice League, Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Green Lantern, Aquaman, so on and so forth, they're traditionally Caucasian people.
Right.
If you ever look at the old comic books, it was just the Ku Klux Klan in colorful outfits. Really, right? But they had an image of truth, justice, and the American way that they could aspire to. We don't have that.
And that image also brought hope for those people.
Hope.
And that's the thing. Like when you see an image of someone that looks like you, it gives you hope to thrive, to do something better than, oh, that person don't look like me. Damn, we don't have no chance at all. Let me just do.
Hey, you know what? I want to point out, because what you said is heavy. When you said that those images give us hope, right? I know you said the part of the scripture that you wanted to bring out was the part that it says we would go without, the children of Israel would go without an image. But I want to highlight some of the first few things it says, because I think it goes into the image as well. Read it again from the top.
Bring it out.
From the top. For the children of Israel shall abide many days without a king.
So it says the children of Israel will abide many days without a king. When you think of a king is the representative for your people.
That's right.
That is the image.
Wow.
That is the image. The leader, right? Because when you look at the people that they put out as our leaders in communities, it's always entertainers and ball players. But they say that these are your leaders.
Comedians.
This is your king. Essentially,
rappers.
these are your kings, right? Go ahead.
And without a prince.
And without a prince. Who is the prince? The prince will be the successor. Our children, young men, the heritage and the inheritors, right?
Inheritors.
Go ahead, read on.
And
that's a big
without
word.
a sacrifice.
And without a sacrifice, that goes back into what you were saying about hope. The person that's going to give the sacrifice, that's the one who's going out to battle for us, going up to bat, laying it out on the line. That's our hero. Man, the person who's going to sacrifice everything. Right?
Who's our heroes today?
Right. No, but see, this scripture, what it's saying is, and then it comes full circle back to the image. And without an image, all of that is part of our image.
Right.
Daggone.
Yeah, that goes.
And if I could speak to that, officer, on the backside of it, it turns out that our image is the negative of all those things. Because like you said, we don't have a king, and we don't have a prince. And the sacrifice is us. So in turn, that has become our image. We are all the negatives that are not present here in these positives that we're supposed to have.
That's why we want to be gangbangers. That's why your sisters want to be prostitutes to make that money. The rappers press that you got to have money hoes, cars, you got to have big houses. That's our imagery. But when you look at the other nations, they're doctors, lawyers. This is what they press. Go to school, successful households.
They're the CIA representatives, you know what I'm saying? The secret agents, the 007s, the John Wicks.
And that's heavy. You said it's the opposite because and that's true, because when you look at it in our community, none of us want to, all of us want to be HNIC. All of us want to be king. All of us want to be the chiefs and not the Indians, right? But then when it comes to the princes and our children, we all follow what everybody else is doing.
Well, we don't want to take care of them. But we leave our princes alone.
Right, but which leads us to follow what everybody else is doing, and no one is stepping up to the plate saying, I'm going to be the next one to lead my people.
Nobody wants to be the sacrifice.
Nobody wants to be the sacrifice.
Nobody wants to be the hero.
Everybody's for themselves.
That's right.
That's what's going on in our community.
That's heavy. Give me that in
all
Corinthians.
Because of image.
Give me that in Corinthians, evil communication, because we're talking about going behind the scenes of media. Because first of all, you got to understand why you're seeing the media that you're seeing today. Why are you seeing the image that you're seeing today? Because we pulled out the fact that you're not going to see blacks, you're not going to see African Americans when you look into history or when you look into the Bible. You're going to see the Israelites. And what are the characteristics of these Israelites? They don't have a king. They don't have leaders. They don't have inheritors or successors. They don't have an image to look for. They don't have hope for the future. This is prevalent. This is the reality, the day-to-day in the Black and Hispanic community. And what role does media, does the movies we watch, the music we listen to, the clothing and the pictures, the runway models that we aspire to be like, what role does this play in our communities? What role does it play in creating this reality for us? Read that.
The book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 15 and verse 33. Be not deceived. Evil communications corrupt good manners.
Evil communication corrupts good manners. The way of communicating has progressed over the years. First, it was comics in newspapers and print. Then it was radio with radio stories and radio dramas. Then it was movies, and then it was television. Now today is social media and the internet. And our image has been under siege, under attack, corrupting us since the beginning. Since time immemorial, especially in this country, our image has been under siege. It has been destroyed.
And think about that. You said social media, bro. Like, when you really think about social media is reaching more people than television did.
2.8 billion people every month sign into a social media account.
And you know what's so crazy about it? The image that they've been portraying through Hollywood, through the film industry and all of those things that you said, but that same image, that the bad image of us not being fathers in our households, being drug dealers, being violent, always wanting to fight, you know, not being leaders of and pillars of the community. That image has been just seamlessly passed on in the social media section of now what the media is, because now you get the things like world star hip hop, Vines, right? And those things and those same images, that same imagery continues, and it just keeps perpetuating that thought and philosophy of the idea of us how we are supposed to be in society, or how we are, how we are portrayed in society. Yeah, and it's crazy because when you look at the other nations, as you brought out, you know, they got images of their men being heads of corporate corporations, right? Heads of organizations, and then their sons are successors to that. Where's our image?
They call that nepotism,
right?
And you want to know something funny about that too? Is with that image, they have more belief in the success that comes behind it. Yeah. Like, cause what the parents is teaching the kids in the household is you be in the books. You gotta get this GPA average.
You have to get an A.
You have to, you have
all the time.
You want to be like how Daddy is. I'm on the top of this corporation. In order to get there, you got to do this, and this. But in our homes, where you find both of the parents have to work 20 jobs to survive. Kid left home for the TV to raise them. And guess what images is on there? Or the guns in the streets. And guess what all that image is?
Thugs in the street.
Thugs.
Thugs in the street.
Can I get a script?
Go for it.
Okay, Lamentations 4, 16 and 17. I'm sorry, 17 and 18. This is what I want. As for us, our eyes yet failed for our vain help. In our watching,
Hold on. Stop. In our watching?
In our watching.
Watching what? TV, YouTube, television, politics. Right. In our watching,
we have watched for a nation that could not save us. Now, I'm gonna read verse 18, but the reason they couldn't save us is because they're setting us up. The next verse is gonna explain what I mean. It says, they hunt our steps. So like the officer just brought out, all the imagery that they're giving of us is always negative. We the killers, we the thugs, we the bangers. Our women are the ones in the streets doing the twerk videos. You see what I mean? Because they hunt our steps. In other words,
you know what's comedy about that? I want to add this real quick. When you look up like twerking, right? You just like, let's say you type it into Google. And I had to do this for this video because I had to see. I wanted to make a statement. I had to see if I was right. You type in twerking, you're gonna find mostly white women doing it. But who is the leaders? Who are the pushers? Who are the people who popularize this thing? Right. Who do they say do it?
Right.
They say black and Hispanic women do. But guess what? You're not gonna find black and Hispanic women making $6.5 million off selling twerk videos. But you will find a white woman who did it.
Wow.
But yet they use our image to perpetuate and popularize and to familiarize everybody with this concept of twerking. But if you type in twerking, you're not gonna find black women.
Right.
You're gonna find white women.
And that goes right back to the point
Esau.
I'm trying to make. Is that we've been set up for that.
That's what I'm saying. Your point, we've been set up.
Right.
Duped.
They hunted our steps. You know, they're hunting us.
Now, even to the point of they hunted our steps, right? Like, think about what's the dude? The dude that hunts the wascally wabbit.
Oh, Elmer Fudd.
Elmer Fudd, right?
Yeah.
He always setting up a plot to catch bugs. He always got a plot. He got people that'll come in and lay in wait in the bushes. He set a trap for him. He dress up things like, look, I'm gonna put the Kenwood White here, and that wascally wabbit gonna come and eat it, and I'm gonna blast that wascally wabbit.
Did you have to do the voice too?
Yes, I did. I did have to do it because it's in training for our people. Nostalgic and all that. But you know what I'm saying? And then what does Bugs do? Because Bugs is wise. He understands who he is. He understands what the nature of the battle is. He always outsmarts Elmer Fudd.
You understand?
The problem with us, like you're bringing out, They have hunted our steps. They are Elmer Fudd, and we are bugs, but we don't understand that we're being hunted.
Right. Right.
And can I touch
Well
on that?
said.
Right. And the hope that we need. Give me that Romans 15:4 real quick. And this is what the behind the scenes is about, right?
Right, we're gonna bring it out. Like this is the preliminary.
You know what I
We
mean?
setting the stage.
You're setting the
It's
stage.
about to go down. Like I told you, we got like 3.5 seconds. So I'm telling you once again, if you don't go to behindthescenesradio.com and make sure you register for our Discord server, you're going to miss out. Because I'm telling you, once we get behind the scenes, this is the radio show they don't want you to know about. We about to get a copyright strike. We about to get taken down.
Yeah.
You better go watch
that.
You better go watch it. Now make sure you follow us on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at BTSR. BTSR at YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, so you can catch all of the behind the scenes goodness, because like I said, we about to go deep. We're going to reveal stuff that you may not know, and we're going to confirm stuff that you may already know. This is the ultimate understanding. So make sure you just follow us.
Bring it to light.
Come backstage with us. Just
come on,
We'll
take a
be
peek.
your backstage.
You see the film
pass.
crew shirt?
We'll be
You
your
see the film
backstage
crew
pass.
shirt?
Behind the scenes,
We taking you where we been, bruh.
All praises. So this is one of the things that they don't want you to know.
They don't.
They don't want you
out.
to know this. Read that.
The book of Romans, chapter 15 and verse 4 says, "For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning."
Was written for our what?
For our learning.
Because what they teach us in media today is not for our learning.
No.
They teaching us how to destroy each other. But
No.
according to the Bible, it says everything aforetime. What is the aforetime that it's talking about?
No, everything that was written.
Written aforetime.
Not everything that was shown. Everything that was written. So guess what? Troy ain't for your learning. 300 ain't for your learning.
Nope.
Wow, bring it out.
The stuff that was written before time.
Because the 300, it's not for our learning, but if they did
If
what
you go
was
behind the
written,
scenes, if you go behind the scenes.
what was written, the 300 is Israelites. But,
That's right.
But the movies, they say, hey,
Where's my
300
bomb
is
at?
Caucasian. So let's read on. Let's read that on.
That we through patience and
through patience
and comfort of the
because our people, we all know our people needs comfort today, bro.
Yes.
Our communities are destroyed to the point where when we were out in Chicago, this is the way of life.
And think how comforting an image of us marching out there in Chicago is to our people.
To our people.
Hey, the lady said.
Think how comforting Christ being depicted as a black man, as it says in the Bible,
as he originally was. But the lady said, I thought the world was
coming
over.
to an end. Yo.
She said, I thought this was done. Black men marching in order. It's a wrap, baby.
Unity.
And hold
on, real quick. Sorry, because I didn't want to lose that point. The comfort point. Our people are comfortable. It's just sad when we drive to our different sites and you see the people just walking next to a wall that's just blasted with gang signs, crossing gangs, crossing out gangs. And this is a regular stuff. This is
everyday life.
Comforting for us.
Right.
Read on. Let's finish this out real quick.
That we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope.
And this is what behind the scenes is all about.
Give that hope. Bring out the real superheroes.
Giving the real superhero.
The real superhero.
You know, so
you ain't gotta look at Superman no more, baby girl. I'm sorry.
You're looking at the Superman right now.
That's right.
That's right.
Bring it out.
What you want to get, Soldier?
The behind the scenes superhero.
Oh, I was just gonna say that some of the men in Chicago made comments about the imagery of us walking in unity brought tears to their eyes. So it wasn't just the women.
Right.
It's the men also. This is impactful. The imagery, like the officer brought out, the imagery is powerful.
Hey, do we got that video? We got the clip?
We gonna play it. But you gotta understand, nobody really takes into account the measure of psychological trauma that you've been through going through slavery and seeing yourself portrayed as thugs and thoughts all day and all night.
Right.
You understand? Nobody really looks at that. No, leave that right there. Leave that right there. I like that right there.
Cat coordinate this way.
So they can see. There we go. Perfect. No, too much.
Where it's not in the shot.
Right there. There you go. That's good. I like it. All right. So nobody really takes into account, like, you look at Rocky standing on the top of the stairs, and because we're not Esau, because we're not Caucasian, it doesn't resonate with the impact that it resonates with them. That's their hope. That's the great white hope right there. That's they Superman right there. That's a big thing. We don't get the same effect when we see Rambo going through hundreds of enemies and coming out with blood stains on his face, and he's just like, "I'll kill you if you don't do whatever." I don't know about Rambo, but y'all understand what I'm saying? Like, we don't get the same impact. But when we do see heroes, we get people like Hancock.
Right. That's
A drunk.
Thank you for making that dumb.
You know what I'm saying? A lecture. We get people like Meteor Man and Blank Man. You understand?
Keep in mind, Hancock's weakness was what?
White women. Oh my God.
White women. And they
Oh my God.
some pork too. They just didn't tell you about the pork.
Oh, Meg, and you know what I'm saying? And they shaved his face and all of that. That's when he was a real superhero. Like, you don't understand how much that impacts you subconsciously, how much that impacts your subconscious.
But who was Superman when he took off his uniform?
He was an idiot.
No, he was a successful.
Well, okay, no, he was actually no. Okay, so in the movies they play him as an idiot, right? They play him like he trip over stuff. I'm a dork.
Well, that's being clumsy.
But in the they play him as an idiot, like the simpleton.
Mm-hmm.
But in the comics, he's actually a multiple Pulitzer Prize winner, high-paid executive reporter. Him and Lois are the best reporters in all of the DC comics. Like, that's why you always see Lois where the alien attack is. It's like, if anybody gonna be there, it's gonna be Lois, because she the best.
So what does that say about media?
But that's in the comics. Like, in the cartoons, you go watch it, right?
Yeah.
They push their successful imagery out there, and while they're ignoring ours. So our lack of positive imagery gives us the negative ideals.
We automatically fill in the blanks. I'm gonna go another step further, right? There's a concept, and you'll find that, you know, Zeph, he liked the big words and such like that. We're gonna go to commercial in a minute. I know we got to go to commercial, but there's a concept called the Ubermensch. Now, that's what all superheroes are built off of. The best thing that a person can aspire to, the best intellect, the best physicality.
Say it again, officer. It's called
the
what?
Ubermensch.
The Ubermensch.
That's not a Negro word.
I know. I like big words. It's called the Ubermensch,
Okay.
right? And it's based off of the best that a human can aspire to. That's what Batman's built off of. Now, the Ubermensch schedule is based off of Socrates and Plato. Batman has the Ubermensch schedule. He literally naps 20 minutes a day. That's how 20 minutes. Like, he naps, and then he'll just go, like, 20 minutes, 4 hours, nap, 20 minutes, 4 hours, and then that's how he stays up all night, and he does his billionaire thing by the day, and then he does his Batman thing by night, right?
Okay.
So when you look in the comics, and you look in the cartoons, they play this dude as the ultimate of dudes. He can bench press 1,000 pounds. He can, outrun, vehicles traveling on regular roads. This dude can survive falls from the Empire State Building with no padding. Like, dude is amazing, right? But then you look at the flip side. Where do you think I'm going with this? What image you think contrasts Batman in a movie with a black man?
Blank Man.
Nope. Not a superhero movie. It should be a superhero movie, but it's not.
Pookie from...
Nope. The Pursuit of Happiness.
Ooh.
Okay.
The Pursuit of Happiness is
Okay.
the anti-Ubermensch.
That's the behind the scenes stuff.
It's
right
the
there.
anti-superhero.
Take the meat off of that, officer.
You ready? Okay, so check this out. So, billionaire playboy.
Uh-huh.
No training, right? He's just a billionaire. Then his family dies, he goes around the world, and somehow in about 8 years learns all the martial arts, all of it, right? He's got money, he can do this, everything. No struggle, really. And then comes back to save his city. That's his ultimate goal, save his city. He's got to do the billionaire playboy thing by day. He's got to do the superhero thing by night to save his city. Now let's go talk about Pursuit of Happiness. This brother is a genius. An absolute genius. He is presented with tasks that he instantaneously has to find a solution for, and he has to solve. The main task that he is trying to solve is how a black man can survive for his family in the community. Not trying to necessarily save his community, but trying to save his household. Yeah. His household, provide for his son, right? Right. He is a genius, but he cannot figure out how to provide for himself.
That's deep.
He's a genius.
Yeah.
Doesn't need training because he can figure out anything. Right. Batman has years of training.
Right.
But he's considered a superhero.
Right.
This man is an absolute genius. And he's not. He can't survive.
What did he create? Or what did he invent? The Pursuit of Happiness?
He didn't invent things. He was a mathematician.
Okay.
He was trying to sell at one point. He was trying to sell X-ray scanning, radiation scanning computers.
Right.
Yeah. I see it. Play it. When I hear the sound, I'm gonna stop. That right there.
I met my father for the first time when I was 28 years old.
So he's selling
When I had
a
children,
computer
my
thing,
children were gonna
and
know
his
who their
wife ends
father
up
was.
leaving him. You know what I'm saying?
Chris Gardner was
Because
doing his best.
she wasn't seeing the benefit in this.
Maybe next
But this
quarter. It's
man is on the Ubermensch
but he's
schedule.
fast.
He's napping 20 minutes
Wasn't
and then
enough.
getting up and working and then getting up and studying and then going to these people to try and get get the funds for his family.
Hey, look at this part. Stop that real quick. Go back just a little bit. Look at what imagery does. Because look what he says to this Esau or
Edomite, Babylon.
Edomite, okay, Babylon. Edomite when he pulled up in his Porsche or his Ferrari. Watch what he says.
Man, I got two questions for you. What do you do and how do you do it?
I'm a stockbroker.
Stockbroker. Oh. Hey, I'm gonna let you hang on to my car for the weekend, but I need it back for Monday.
Imagery.
Feed the meter.
Why is that imagery right
Subservient.
there? Subservient. Exactly.
Glorifying. But here's the thing I want to really point out.
Keep that clip, Yak. I want to show you something earlier.
Here's the thing that I really want to point out, right? Because Batman is presented with these various different tasks, right? First, he goes to find himself, because white folks, they have this ability to just go gallivanting around the world and find themselves. A black man can't find himself nowhere. Can't find himself in the Bible, can't find himself in history, can't find himself in TV. He just can't find himself.
That's profound.
You understand what I'm saying?
That's
White people, they go anywhere. They go find themselves, but
We can
black
find
people,
ourselves
they can't find themselves.
in slavery.
Oh, yeah. Every February, the shortest month of the year. But so in this movie, this guy is trying to figure out what will save his family. He's trying to find himself. He's living the Ubermensch lifestyle. He's living the Ubermensch schedule, where he should be considered a genius, a superhero. He should be considered a savior, a hero, right? But he's not. He's portrayed as a servant.
Right.
So when he's presented with this guy who has what he wants, he goes, well, how did you do that? And the guy tells him. And then instead of him going, like Batman, and then going and creating this for himself, no, they have him playing the good old nigga.
Right.
Now, some of y'all might be offended that word, the good old nigga, but that's how they have him played, right? And he goes, no, I'm going to make a joke real quick to ease this life-altering smack I just got. I'm going to make a joke. Yeah, you can hang on to my car, da-da-da-da. And, the white guy doesn't understand his white privilege. Yeah, feed the meter. Yeah, darky, serve me. Right? Doesn't understand this.
You'll never be me.
Basically, he's dismissing him.
Right. And if I could speak to it, Yak, rewind that clip to the very beginning because we missed something in that clip, and I want to bring that point out. And it speaks directly to what we talked about.
You got to switch to the other shot.
When we open the show.
Face. Look at his face.
Y'all brothers gotta be on point with that, man.
Look at his face.
Y'all be
on his
looking
mind.
behind the scenes. Look
This
at
is what's on
his
Tobias'
face behind
mind.
the movie.
The brother thinking about it.
Hey, Tobias was behind the scenes a couple seconds ago.
Right.
Brother thinking about it. Hey, put the clip. Okay, start the clip from the beginning. Play it, Yak. This is good.
I met my father for the first time when I was 28 years old.
Stop right there. Right there. So you see, they perpetuate that negative imagery of us right away. The brother who is a genius in the movie has already been negatively stereotyped. He's in his 40s. He didn't know his father for the first 28 years of his life. They made it a point to point that out about that particular brother. Now, those of us who identify with him, what are we automatically doing? Automatically identifying with that struggle that brother's got.
That stereotype.
He don't have his father for 28 years.
It's portrayed to be normal.
It's portrayed to be normal, and that's exactly the point. They portrayed the white power broker to be normal for them. Us walking up, begging or asking Mr. Charlie, how did you get what you got so I can get
I like Chuck. Can we go with Chuck?
Hey, Chuck and Charlie.
Mr. Chuck.
It's the same brother, the same Edomite. And so, yeah, I'm just speaking to that negative imagery. They just stuck it to us really without us paying attention because they hit us in a subconscious place with that.
Why couldn't there be a black man or a Hispanic man rolling up in that Ferrari?
Right.
You know? another brother, because they don't want us to empower ourselves. Like why couldn't it be a brother that helped Hancock?
Right.
Right.
But had it been a black or Hispanic brother to roll up, right? How did he get it?
Drugs, baseball, basketball
player, or either drugs, gang life, or sports.
Or he don't want to help his brother now that he in the position.
Right.
I got it now. You go get it.
Right. But listen. All right. So look on the screen right now. You got You got behind the scenes radio. I was thinking about Black Lives Matter. I don't know why. It was in my head. You got behind the scenes radio.
You were in the video, brother.
There's behind the scenes behind Black Lives Matter.
Oh my goodness, we're gonna have to get
That's
it.
another time. You know?
But we're gonna take a quick commercial break. If you guys want to call in, make sure you go to behindthescenesradio.com and register for our Discord server. That's how we do all of our call-ins. And if you're on any of our platforms, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter, make sure you click the link in this live broadcast, which will take you to our Discord server so that your chat can be in our growing community. Because we want a bunch of our brothers, Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, to really consider your ways and to consider the reality that you live in and go behind the scenes of the stuff that you see
behind the scenes.
Wake up from the brainwashing. We're Behind the Scenes Radio, and we'll be right back.
Behind the scenes, scene.
That's a wrap, right?
So look, we was doing good. I like the.
Yeah, I never back, no retreat. Nah, always surviving the heat. Yeah, you shoot me down in the street. I came with many, we deep. Yeah, 144 deep. Man, I done came with a fleet. Got all my brothers with me. Yeah, I know you smelling defeat. I know you smelling defeat. You gon' be kissing my feet. Yeah, all of my brothers gon' eat. All of my brothers elite. Yeah, I be facing the east. Wisdom and knowledge increase. You got a minute and seconds. God is releasing the beast. Your time is up on a lease. I just pull up for the rent. Give me that. Don't be expecting no grace. You get no chance to repent. My haters looking so bent. They see me flexing my strength. We came from nothing to something.
Hey, when you start, lead with that Godfrey thing that you was gonna show.
march like we ran a route. Fox was fly, CBS closed their eye. We can't be hid with this tower up in the sky. Not built on sand, not built by man. No marching band, no Drake. This is really God's plan. It's a black guy. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a blackout when them blacks out. And we ain't even bring the max out. Every hood, every street are getting packed out. All across the world, we the ones they ask about. It's a blackout. It won't be televised. It's a blackout. They tell us it's a blackout. But right before you, we know what that's about. They try to hit us with a blackout. It won't be televised. It's a blackout. They tell us it's a blackout.
Let me get them one more time.
We know what that's about. They try to hit us with a blackout.
We up next, we blessed, we the best. Revolution will be streamed on the internet. Gotta wake up, Jacob, here to do nothing less. Princes of the power back, God in the flesh.
This is man, this is God in complete control. Go to remote areas to try to reach the soul. Fake news being fake, man. The streets we made it quake. The army exceeding great, man. You should have seen they face. It's a blackout. Yeah, it's a blackout when them blacks out. And we ain't even bring the max out. Every hood, every street are getting packed out. All across the world, we the ones they ask about. It's a blackout. It won't be televised. It's a blackout. They tell us it's a blackout. But right before you, we know what that's about. They try to hit us with a blackout. It won't be televised. It's a blackout. They tell us it's a blackout. But right before you, we know what that's about. They try to hit us with a blackout.
More about what you all were doing in Inglewood in the city of Chicago, because I know you're based out of New York. So tell us more about what that whole display was about, and what is the Israel United in Christ?
Well, Israel United in Christ is a faith-based organization uniting black men and women, Latin men and women, to the truth that they are part of the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel that the Bible speaks about.
All praises.
So we back now, right? We back now, right?
Welcome back.
Curtains
Shalom,
back
Israel.
open.
Shalom.
Welcome back to Behind the Scenes Radio. Now, if you want to be a part of Behind the Scenes Radio, make sure you go to I keep wanting to say Blog Talk Radio. I don't know why. Behind the Scenes.
Behind
Radio.
the scenes.
Behind the Scenes Radio.
We behind the
We
scenes.
Behind the Scenes Radio. Make sure you go to behindthescenesradio.com and register for our Discord server. Join the conversation of those intellectual, enlightened brothers and sisters that want to know what's really going on in the world. Yeah, I said want to roll, not want to know, but don't worry about it. I'm going to get my words together. And if you want to follow us on our social media, make sure you go to at BTSR on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, because we're streaming live, but not for very long, because they about to copyright strike us and take us down. This is the radio show they don't want you to know about. They don't want you to know about us.
Not the behind the scenes.
Not behind the scenes. They don't want this revealed.
Nah, they want that
Look.
behind the scenes pass revoked.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, for those of y'all that don't know, this is an actual film crew. You understand? We actually work on movies in Hollywood and independents and stuff like that. We're trying to do our own movies. You know, we're trying to correct the negative light that we've been put in. At the video that you just saw was us in Chicago, Israel United in Christ, and the organization we are affiliated with, and some of us were there. Some of us were there.
That's right.
I wasn't there. Some of us were there, and yeah, we was marching for awareness, marching for repentance, marching to wake up our people and let them know that they people is raising up and banding together, and they can join us help this fight.
And the cool thing about it was 1,000 men with the same mind, 1,000 plus men with the same mind, not
same
different
goal.
Doctrines,
not out for self,
not different Muslims and area,
not like a million man march,
Yeah, exactly.
a million confused men marching.
Right.
This is over 1,000 woken men, conscious men,
Fear the Most
not
High.
confused. What's the opposite of confused?
Enlightenment.
Ordered.
Ordered. Okay.
This was an organized nation, ordered men marching for a singular purpose. It's spiritual. It's spiritual, brothers. And just like behind the scenes, the Bible is the ultimate behind the scenes book, man. It's the ultimate magnifying glass to magnify the tomfoolery that we've been hoodwinked by. But Let's go ahead and play this video right quick.
Can we get that out of the
Oh, we gonna
scriptures?
get it.
Can we get it?
Let's get it next. Let's
Okay,
Let's
okay.
play this.
Hello, everyone.
Hey, look, it's
Godfrey
Godfrey.
here. As you can see here, here's a picture of the great Frederick Douglass, one of the greatest orators in American history. Freed from slavery, he was able to accomplish many things. Yes, very proud African-American man. By the way, biracial, of course, but he was a man of darker hue, as you can see on the right. But the Smithsonian has decided to have an exhibit of Frederick Douglass in a painting. And as you can see on the left, Frederick Douglass has had a facelift, might you say. Maybe Frederick Douglass used Ambi before he got to the museum. Skin is a bit lighter, might we say. He looks sort of like El DeBarge, I might say. He looks like a white man, of course. Now, how would that look? You go to the Smithsonian and they say, oh, they look at this white man. He escaped slavery. A white man escaping slavery? That doesn't make any sense. Right. This is another example of America twisting history, especially our history. I'm tired of it. It's bollocks, is what I say. Just like Jesus Christ. I don't believe Jesus Christ is a white man. I don't believe it. You black churches, please get rid of your pictures. Yeah? Jesus Christ is a picture of a man named Cesare Borgia. I think you should Google him. Yes? It's an actual painting. If Jesus were white, I wouldn't have a problem with that. But if Jesus were white, I should be reading some scripture of him complaining about sunburn. Makes sense to me, yes. Jesus was definitely a dark man because he had dark people problems, everyone. Yes. Come on. The authorities always fucking with you. You didn't do anything. You try your best to do the best for the world. You're able to feed people with just a small amount of food. Very, very black, I must say. Yes. Anyway, I'm very afraid. If Michael Jackson gets into the Smithsonian and they have a painting of him, which one will they show? Shimon. Good day, everyone.
Wow.
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 Hey, wait.
I like that guy.
I like that guy, but do you see that picture, though? On his phone?
Yeah.
Are you serious right now?
That ain't that new. Hey, let's get
Are
that
you
scripture
serious
though.
right now?
Let's get that scripture.
Behind this
Let's go
exposes.
behind the scenes and what
Behind the scenes
the
is-
most. How we say the most high is behind the scenes. Hey, can we get that in Isaiah?
We're gonna get this scripture, we're gonna go to a caller, all right?
Yeah, give me
Get that
that in
scripture.
Isaiah chapter 29, I believe.
Jesus.
See that? They're trying to
Lord
give him the
Jesus.
same hairstyle, too.
Woo!
No, his hair can't hold like that.
Hey, that's where that foolishness come with white folks with woolly hair.
Crazy, bro.
Hey, which one, officer? I got it. Isaiah 29.
Give me Isaiah. Is it 29? No, it's 30. Give me Isaiah 30 and verse. Turn it. What is it? Turn it upside down. Turn it. What is that? What's that scripture? Is it 29 or 30? I think it's 29.
29.
Turning the world upside down.
Yeah.
Surely you're turning of things upside down.
Yeah, verse 15.
These
Start
things are
there.
part of this play.
Matter of fact, start at verse 16.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 29 and verse 16.
Because this is the Lord behind the scenes.
Behind the-
Read this.
Surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay.
So the turning of things upside down will be like the brother was talking about how they do in Frederick Douglass in the Smithsonian, and how they do all of our images throughout history. All of the great men.
King James.
King James. Christ himself.
Right.
I mean
Solomon,
pretty much all the Israelites, all the
David,
prophets,
Moses,
all the apostles,
Noah,
right? And these are men with profound literature,
right?
Because it's
historical
the Bible
record,
right? Historical record, right?
Imagery.
Solomon was known as the wisest man that ever lived.
His wisdom was so profound; it's considered a superpower. Your Shazam gets his wisdom from Solomon,
right? So read that again.
It says, surely you're turning of things upside down.
So with them twisting and showing the false images, a lighter version, or what do you call
whitewash
version,
iconoclast,
right? A whitewash version. Surely what?
Surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay.
God says it's going to be esteemed as the potter's clay, because no matter what you did, what they did, the Most High says He's going to turn it into what He wants. What He wants. Now that's behind the scenes,
That's
right?
behind the scenes.
Read on.
It says, "For shall the work say of him that made it, He made me not?
Go ahead.
Or shall the thing framed say to him that framed it, He had no understanding?"
So can anybody say that the Lord ain't got no understanding?
Come on.
No, He
on
made
with it.
everything, right? So with them trying to hide all the truth and hide all the images and hide our history and hide this and that, guess what? What can you say to the Lord when He just esteems it as potter's clay?
That's right.
I mean, when you working with clay, you gonna form it into what you want it to do. So no matter if they formed it into whatever they wanted, God's orchestrating it all.
They think they trying to dupe the Israelites, but they just provoking us to wake up.
The Lord's behind.
But let's see who the Lord's waking up today. Let's talk to the caller. Caller, you on Behind the Scenes Radio. Hello?
Quinn's Q right here.
Hey, what's going on, brother Q?
Y'all can hear?
Yeah, brother Q. Where you calling from, bro?
Houston, Texas.
Houston, Texas.
Okay, all praises, all praises. So you been watching the show today?
Yeah, I was talking about Frederick Douglass, but you know that Frederick, right?
You're not coming in clear.
You went out, brother. Can you say it
You hear
again?
me?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. I was watching and I seen that. Did you know that Frederick Douglass was married to a woman?
Hey, brother, do us a favor, man. Give us a call back because your line is not coming in very too clear. So give us a call back. We'll be waiting on your call, brother.
You can hear me?
I can barely hear you.
Well, I'll give you a call back.
Please and thank you. Please and thank you. So
Can I touch back on that?
Go ahead,
Frederick?
go ahead.
Hey, pull that picture up again. Let's get another Let's get another behind the scenes. Give me First Maccabees 3:48.
I got it for you
Let's
right
get
now.
This is man, bro.
Hey, that's funny. I was about to hit that. I was about to hit that neck. I was gonna hit that neck.
We
You
in
in
the
the spirit,
bro.
You in the
Because
spirit.
when
Get
you
it.
look at this, look, they even try to get the hairstyle the right way.
Yo, bro. They didn't get nothing
They
right,
trying to
bro.
get the wool in there and all that. But hey, let's read that real quick. Can I touch that?
Go ahead.
You want it?
No, go ahead.
All right, let's do that.
Okay, this is the book of First Maccabees, chapter 3 and verse 48. And laid open the book of the law, wherein the heathen had sought to paint the likeness.
The who?
The likeness.
The who painted this likeness?
Wherein the heathen.
The heathen. The heathen. Those so-called whites.
Bring it out.
Those so-called Asians.
They're called Esau. They're
Okay.
called Moab.
Yes. Okay. I'm a
Babylon.
All right.
The great melting pot.
So Babylon, the Babylonians, they decided they decided to do what? You know, I'm kind of hot right now because when this is like stirring me up because are you serious? Do you even know the story behind Frederick Douglass?
I think we had a caller that was go talk about Frederick.
Oh, okay.
We calling you back on the line?
Hey, can you hear?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, it's cute, man. Yeah, I was watching, and I seen I was talking about Frederick Douglass. Frederick Douglass was married to a white woman, so that's the imagery that y'all displaying our children be interrelation marriage. Is that what y'all? That's the imagery that y'all giving us?
Not at all, brother.
All right. I mean,
Brother,
let me help you out. Let me help you out.
Behind the scenes.
Do y'all know that?
So Frederick Douglass being married to a white woman is not.
Yeah, he was. Yes or no? Yes, was he? Yes or no?
I can neither confirm nor deny that. I don't know who he was married
It's
to.
the facts are out there. You
But
go
if-
on Google,
but like I said-
and he was married to a white woman.
Listen to me, Q.
You trying to give us behind the scenes now?
Listen to me, Q. Listen to me. The point that we're pointing out right now is about image, about the fact
Yes,
that
he
the
was
fact
married
that
to a
one of
white
our
woman.
brothers.
That's the imagery that y'all giving us.
No. The fact that one of our brothers who did something great for us, something that we use now today, right?
Him
that
marrying a
he
white
was
woman is
that
great to
he's
us.
being portrayed as a Caucasian man, not a black man.
Right.
Now, as far we're not touching on the fact about interracial marriage because God don't want us to do interracial marriage. We're not touching on that right now. What we're touching on the fact is about how the media portrays us in imagery. Any one of our children that want to go learn about Frederick Douglass nowadays, when they go to the Smithsonian, they're going to think Frederick Douglass is a white man.
Right.
And that's the point.
Right.
You feel me, Q?
No, I don't feel y'all because, like I said, y'all are giving us that the imagery that Frederick Douglass was married to a white woman.
So
Yes,
wait,
we
brother,
know that he
So,
was a
so
black
let me
man,
say this.
But he was
So
married
Frederick
to a
Douglass,
white
right?
woman.
Take Frederick
That's
Douglass
what
off the
y'all giving
screen.
us.
Take
Y'all
Frederick
giving
Douglass
us
off the
that
screen.
imagery, the
Q,
imagery
Q.
of interracial
Vibe
marriage
with me.
that we
Vibe
need
with me
to
for a
stick to
second.
our people.
Vibe
We
with me
need
for a
black,
second.
Black and black need to stick with.
Hey, we agree with that, brother.
We agree with you.
We agree with
you.
You right.
So
We
you
do
talking
need to
about
stick with our people.
imagery. Take Frederick Douglass off the screen. Put up King James.
Okay, put him up. Put him up. That's a white man anyway.
Now.
Well, what image
now,
you
hold on,
want to give us?
Stop.
That's a white man anyway. Y'all
Put up
read
the
that in a
image.
white man's
Put up
book.
the image. Put up the image. I feel you,
Y'all read that in a
Q.
white
And this
man's
is the
book,
point.
okay?
This is the point that I want you to follow with me. Okay.
What's the point? What's the point you wanted to make? Because I'm really frustrated right now because, like I said, the imagery
King
that y'all
James,
giving us,
the real King
King
James.
James, brother.
Put King James up. I don't know why this
They
is
got
question.
the one
Brother must
where-
work
we
for
know
Esau.
he was
Oh,
a
man, we
black or white?
homosexual.
We got
Really?
FBI
Really?
agent. We got
King James
agents.
was a
Listen to me, Q.
homosexual.
Put the heat on my-
Listen to me,
King
Q.
James was a homosexual.
Listen to
You
me,
read a
Q.
white man's book. He was a homosexual.
Listen to me,
You know
Q.
that.
Watch this.
It's
Watch
facts.
this. I'm gonna show you. Let
What
me
you-
get the image.
What you gonna show me?
Let me
Brother,
get
what
the
you gonna
image.
show me?
Because what they're doing with Frederick Douglass is exactly what they've done with King James. Now,
King James was a homosexual. He was gay.
that information is false.
Right.
Oh man, come on.
That
You read a
information
white
is
man's
100%
book, bro.
false.
Come on, brother.
That
You read it out
information
of
was
white man's book,
perpetuated
okay?
by a white man who was kicked out of King James court.
Hmm.
That's where that information comes from. If you do the research behind the scenes, which we will do in a future episode, we'll break it down in detail with the verifiable proof that King James was not ever a white man. He was actually portrayed
Okay, so you
by
said
Forrest
you gonna-
Whitaker in The Last King of Scotland.
Okay.
I don't know who
You
that
said-
image they got
you
up
said
on the
you
screen
gonna
right
give the
there. I don't
proof
know who
of
that
King
is.
James being not a white
picture.
man, a black man. You need to
black
give the
and
proof
white
that Frederick Douglass was married to a white woman as well. Okay.
No, what I'm saying is that you may be right that Frederick Douglass is married to a white woman. You may be right about that. The point that we're talking about is the fact that you believe that King James is a white man when he wasn't. The same way that your children will think that Frederick Douglass is a white man when he wasn't.
Right.
That's the point. King James has never been a white man. They've painted him as a white man. And now our brothers believe that King James was a white man when in fact he was an Israelite. He was a dark-skinned man.
What they would
ruled
call
Scotland.
today a black man.
What they would call the gay black man. But now, if our children go to the Smithsonian, like for a tour or for their school field trip or what have you, blow that picture up. This is King James.
Now get a white man out of that.
Black.
This is him.
Now what's your problem?
That's my uncle.
Man, what kind of proof do y'all got, man? I feel like y'all created that picture or something, man. to fool
That's
the
on the
audience.
internet. Look it up. King James. King James the First of England. That is a brother right there with
That
woolly
ruled
hair.
England, brother.
You understand? Forrest Whitaker portrayed a version of this man in The Last King of Scotland. This is a black man, but because the media at large has painted him as a white man, they called him a white man. They put out propaganda to say that he was a homosexual and that all these different distasteful propaganda about him, just like they put out the propaganda about us blackface, that we're unruly, we don't take care of our children. It used to not be true. Now today,
each other.
dating animals and
can't learn nothing.
Can't learn nothing. We shiftless.
Savages.
And all that used to be false. Now today is true. Just like King James. They painted him as a white man, but it used to be known that he's a black man. But now today, everybody believes that he's a white man. That will be the future of Frederick Douglass if we don't pull out the behind-the-scenes information about the fact that he is a black man and that they're painting him to be a white man.
And see what we gotta do is, and what we gotta.
One thing before
Hold on.
get off the phone.
What you gotta
Man,
realize?
y'all been talking this whole time, man.
Hold on, brother. You on our show, brother. You called into our show, brother.
Brother, I don't care, brother.
All right, well, then, shalom, brother.
Shalom, brother.
Shalom.
Hey, this is the thing.
So,
Our people,
brothers
that's
get
why
upset when we
that's
go
how
behind
much
the
they
scenes, you know
love.
what I'm saying?
That's how much they love Babylon.
When
bro.
you mess with their reality, they be like, no.
Hey, when you begin to tear that American flag away from them and try to pull that thing back and show them the bloody
murderous.
The reality.
The reality
It's like
of
taking
what's
a-
really going on.
Bodies
Because
America.
on the other side of the world, that they know that King James is a black man.
Right.
There's no question.
They know that.
They call
know
America
that,
stupid.
They know that the apostles and the prophets and Christ was a
Well,
black
they can't
man.
deny it because it's painted on the
It's
sides of their
painted
churches.
in their-
It's in their
on their-
museums, brother.
It's
Exactly.
everywhere. They can't deny it. But
Exactly.
us, we don't have none of that imagery. We don't have none of that behind the scenes knowledge. We have been censored. We have been censored. Heavily censored. This is a fascist government. It's not a republic. It's fascist. They censor everything. The reason why they taking us off the internet right now, if you can find us right now, you better make sure that you go to behindthescenes.com and register for our Discord server and continue the conversation.
And this is why we need behind the scenes, because of that reason right there.
And Brother Q, we love you. We love
you, bro.
This is for you, not against you.
He's gone.
This is pain. This hurts.
Yeah, but he's still watching. It's
Hey,
okay.
hey. Medicine hurts, right?
Medicine
The
hurts.
stuff
It
that's
don't taste
for
good.
You don't taste good.
That tussin don't taste good.
But it's gonna heal you.
You know what I'm saying? Mama gonna put that tussin in that cod liver oil. You understand? In your body. You know what I'm saying? That fish oil, like, mama, I don't want none of that. But yeah, it's good for you.
It's good for you, son.
It's good for you.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
All right. So the next, what we got? We got a video? We got something? No? All right, cool. So the next thing. Yes? Yes. Well, why is it on Job's mind?
Behind the scenes.
He's behind the scenes right now. Ready, go.
Welcome to the Advice Show, Media, the Common Sense Approach. So a Texas mom shared on the internet that in her son's textbook that they called African slaves workers. Now, we all know that our people did not come to this country as workers, willingly being paid to do a job, earning an honest keep. But yet in the Texas textbook, they are teaching children. They want to put out a lie and feel this is right. Now, I will show you the video the sister put up first because it's very important to see her video. Then we'll look at the news clip. We'll roll the clips.
Good morning. Yesterday, I posted a picture of my son. He sent me an image from his history book about Africans coming over as workers. And so a lot of people asked me about the book and who the publisher was, and so he has a copy of the book at home. We are in Texas, and so this is a part of the Texas textbook adoption. So I'm going to show you the book, and then there's just an interesting section where they sort of place the map. I think it's interesting. So the book is, I'm going to turn the camera around. The book is this book by McGraw-Hill. This is World Geography. You see, that's the publisher's McGraw-Hill. Then on the inside of the book, which is a little scary to me, you have all of these people who are seemingly wise people. All of them have that little PhD behind their name. And these are the academic consultants for this book. And then here are the reviewers and consultants. I'll leave that on there for a little while in case y'all want to find these people. Got plenty of Texas people who approve this book. Yeah. And then there's the Texas Advisory Board as well. So again, these are all people, all professionals who said yes to this book. So the section that we find that map in is, let's see, it's on page 126, is under this section called Patterns of Immigration. Patterns of Immigration. You see, it says one of the defining attributes of the United States is that it is largely a country of immigrants and their descendants. About 13% of the people in the United States are foreign-born, while Native Americans, Alaska Natives, and Native Hawaiians make up 2% of the population. The remaining population is descended from immigrants. Immigrants. Yeah, that word matters. Immigrants. The Atlantic slave trade between the 1500s and the 1800s brought millions of workers from Africa to the southern United States to work on agricultural plantations. So it is now considered immigration. And these are some other sections that sort of talk about the pattern of immigration. This section here in particular talks about English and European peoples, many of whom came as indentured servants to work for little or no pay. So they say that about English and European people, but there is no mention of
Africans working as slaves or being slaves. It just says we were workers. So that's for you all who asked about this book. Again, it is World Geography by McGraw-Hill. So,
all right. So now, here's the thing.
Wow.
So as we talk about imagery, as we battle about imagery, no, this is good imagery, no, this is bad imagery. King James was a white man, and Frederick Douglass was married to a white woman. As we battle back and forth about imagery, our enemy is continually using imagery to manipulate us and to attack our children. This is an attack. This Wisdom of Solomon 14:22. This is an attack.
Right.
Because when we use the Bible as the standard. That's what we do. So if you don't believe in the Bible, I implore you to consider what we're talking about and research for yourself. For those of you that do believe the Bible, I'm pretty sure you've never gone through the scriptures like this before.
They never heard none of the precepts.
They've never heard this information like this before. You may have a pastor that goes precept upon precept. I doubt it, but you may, right? You may have a pastor who says that you're the Israelites.
Not my pastor.
Not mine neither. But some people say that that's what they have. I don't believe that any Baptist, Protestant, Seventh-day Adventist, Jehovah's Witness, Catholic, or alike has any pastor that is going to tell you that the greater American government has been and still is lying to you about who you are and about the standard of what is right, wrong, and history.
Bring it out.
There is a standard.
Right.
You can't just go through history and make people look like whatever you want them to look like. You can't just go through history and say whatever you want to say about the people that you're talking about. There's a standard. That is what we know as right and wrong. If my dad is a black man and you give me a picture of a white man, you are wrong. If Christ is a black man and you paint pictures and make statues of a white man, you are wrong. If you show me Frederick Douglass as a white man, you are wrong. And if you show me King James as a white man, you are wrong. If you put in a book and tell my child that we immigrated over here to work for little or no wage and call it immigration, you are wrong.
And look how they worded it, though. The Atlantic slave trade
brought
workers.
Shut up. Read that scripture. Shut up.
The book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 14 and verse 22. Moreover, this was not enough for them, that they erred in the knowledge of God.
It's not enough that we err in the knowledge of God. We don't know who we are. We don't know who our God is. We don't understand truth from fiction. It's not enough for us. Read.
But whereas they lived in the great war of ignorance.
The great war of what?
The great war of ignorance.
See, it's not like your lying politicians that say a war just to get you emotionally aroused. This is a real fight. This is real behind the scenes. We are going behind the scenes of propaganda and media. It's deeper.
Gotta take it there.
It's deeper than his story. It's deeper than that.
Right.
This is the great war of ignorance. It's deeper than your war on gangs. It's deeper than your war on drugs. It's deeper than all those fake wars that they have fought throughout the years just to get you emotionally aroused and get your votes.
Because what's so heavy about what you're saying and what the scripture is saying is that if had you known the times that you're living in, had you known who you truly are, many of those other wars that we battle wouldn't exist. They wouldn't exist.
If the black man knew that he is the hero of his household, he is the hero of his nation, there would be no reason to join a gang.
Right.
There would be no reason to join a gang and fight the other heroes, the other Avengers that are supposed to be fighting with you.
Right. There wouldn't be no reason to join a gang when you can join an army.
That's right.
Can we
be a part of a nation?
Can we finish it now?
Hold on, we're going to get back to it. We're going to get it. We're going to get it. I'm hot.
Yeah,
I'm
Because
hot.
slave trade brought workers. I'm still stuck on that. I'm sorry.
The fact that you have no power to control what they tell your children should let you know that we are in a war of ignorance. We are in a war of information. The information age has allowed the opportunity for people to falsify information and propaganda at scale. At scale. 2.8 billion people are being lied to every single day. They log on to social media by stupid stuff like this. And rather than join the bandwagon of brothers trying to bring it out, they want to combat the brothers.
And just because when they see the credentials of these folks,
that's what I was about to say.
With the PhD, it must be true.
It was like 30 of them.
It must be true.
Pathological heretic deceiver. PhD. Pathological heretic deceiver. I'm upset. I'm putting the mic down.
Damn devil.
And also, you
Hey,
know what?
the mic is on fire. Go ahead, pick that thing.
This is speaking directly to the way we started off the show, the second half of the show. This particular verse really brings it out because in this particular war that they're waging against us, and we're living our lives in the ignorance that we have, basically believing everything that they tell us.
Everything.
And so what it does is continue to perpetuate the negative stereotypes that we have of ourselves and the upliftment of their people.
All right, wait, hold on. Let me break this down what you just said, because that's heavy. Can you say that one more time?
Which is exactly what they want. Okay, so I don't know. I was in the spirit.
You was in it. See, look, what you missed is that what he said is that we believe everything that they say. So in effect, we become an agent of their lies.
That's it.
Hey, is that what they call a chocolate-covered white man?
Ooh, boy. A chocolate-covered Edomite.
An Oreo.
An Oreo.
That's it.
Got white innards oozing out of them.
That's it.
You become an agent of their lives.
But also, that's the fight that we have. That's the major fight we have against our own people trying to save Esau and don't care enough about himself and his own people.
The question that you should ask if you don't agree is, why would my brother say this?
Right.
Why is he saying this? Not telling him that he's wrong. Why is he saying this?
Right. That I would only ask that question if I thought highly enough of you to ask the question.
And the only way you're gonna think highly of me,
yeah,
is with image.
That's
exactly.
Right. That's right.
If we had the proper image of our people
to begin with,
it's a vicious cycle. This battle is cyclical. Right. It starts from the very top.
Can I get a definition real quick that they're using? Brainwash. Let's get
brainwash.
Let's get the definition of brainwash real quick, because I was just sitting. I was like, "There's a word that's connected
got to be a better way to explain this,
bro." Like when you read this, you're gonna be like, "Oh my gosh, this is
makes so much sense." When I think of brainwashing, right, I think of like a brain. You know, take it out here, right, and then you take a water hose and you're like, psh, and it's clean, and then you put it back. Right. So now you got a clean brain in your head. Like when you car wash, you don't think of go to the car wash, throw dirt on the car, and then drive out and go, all right, everything's done. No, you think of taking the dirt off the car. Bring it out.
Brainwash. It says, make someone, I don't want that one. I got one right here.
On there?
It's a dictionary. I just did it in Google. Google. Dictionary, Google.
You probably have to click more or something like that.
Dictionary, Google.
Maybe scroll down or
something.
But go ahead, read it. Go ahead, read it.
Brainwash. It says, make someone, parentheses, someone adopt radically different beliefs by using systematic and often forcible pressure.
Okay, hold on. Say that one more time.
Let's read it smooth now.
Do it slow.
Brainwash. Make someone adopt radically different beliefs.
Radically different beliefs.
Mm-hmm.
Frederick Douglass is a white man. King James is a white man. Christ is a white man. Solomon is a white man. You have no history. Radically different than actuality.
Blacks didn't go into slavery. You were workers.
That's so. Let's not go.
Read on.
By using
systematic propaganda, media, radio, social media, systematic algorithm. Let's go.
And often forcible
pressure. You're wrong. I'm right. You're the student. I'm the teacher. I'm the doctor.
That's what
You're
I was about to say.
nobody.
That's what I was about to say. Look at all these PhDs.
I have credentials. You have no credit.
Pathological, heretic, and deceiver.
Ooh. Synonyms. Re-educate. Y'all should drop a big.
There you go.
Re-educate, meaning the educational or the
fact that you were taught
that the actual facts before you was retaught what they're telling you was
radically different. Radically different. Meaning, there is a knowledge that exists before they retaught you with their filter on it. Mm-hmm. Here's the knowledge. Now let's put our filter in front of it and give it back to you.
Re-educate.
How in God's green earth are you going to say it's a slave trade and then refer to the slaves as workers? While you're not wrong, it paints the wrong picture. Yes, slaves are workers. Yes, some of the indigenous slaves around 1700s begin to get minimal wages. Not 1600, not 1500, not 1492 when they went into slavery. But around the 1700s, yes, some of the native Indian tribes started to get paid.
Some fair
After
wages?
they were colonized.
Some fair wages?
No.
No. Wow.
Dirt poor wages. Live in a teepee Negro wages. But mind you, Native Indians only lived in teepees to honor the Feast of Tabernacles. Not all the time.
As a way of life.
Native Indian people did not live in teepees all the time.
As a way of life.
They lived in teepees for 8 days, keeping the Feast of Tabernacles, which was their custom when they came out of Jerusalem.
Or Feast of Booths.
Behind the scenes.
You understand what I'm saying to you? And this is the image that I'm getting. Woo! Somebody turn on the fan.
Hey,
Getting
officer,
upset.
Can I get one more definition?
Go ahead.
Conditionalize.
Ooh, that sounds like it's gonna be good. I don't know what it is.
So I'm gonna give you two definitions. It's gonna give you conditionalize, and then we're gonna get condition. So conditionalize means to make conditional. So what does conditional mean?
Did you know that brainwash? One of the synonyms is
Conditionalize. Okay. So look, get this. The very first word: programming. An instruction that branches depending on the truth of a condition at that point. And otherwise, we've been conditionalized based on the media.
We've been turned into agents.
Not based on anything historical, not based on any actual proof, but media, but propaganda. We've been conditionalized, i.e. brainwashed.
Hey, that's why brothers still think that Charleston Heston is what Moses looked like.
Right.
That what's that dude from Passion of the Christ?
Who is that Mel Gibson?
Mel Gibson? Yeah, that's what Christ looked like. Charleston Heston is what Christ looked like.
Right. And it perpetuates hatred amongst ourselves. I mean, it just goes right back to that imagery that they're giving about us. Our absence in the media is perpetuating a negative stereotype against us.
See, okay, so what you said. I'm sorry, I feel like I have a whole lot to say now that I got upset. What you just said is that our absence in the media leaves a void.
Right.
Yes.
It leaves an empty space.
Yes.
Now, who's filling that empty space?
Our women.
Our enemies.
Homosexuals.
Right.
Our enemies.
Our enemies.
See, it's like this. It's like this cup,
Babylon.
right? There's nothing in this cup. So if I'm not here with a pitcher filling it, somebody else is going to put what they want in my cup.
Right.
Yes.
So if my brother's here, he might fill it with some juice.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He might fill it with some lemonade. You know what I'm saying? He might fill it with some alkaline water. I was looking for that
something
nutritious and uplifting
that can benefit you.
That benefit me. But if my enemy is here, he might stand on the table and pee in my cup.
Put something that's detrimental
for
you.
You know what I'm saying? He gonna pee in my cup and tell me it's lemonade.
Right.
And that's what the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians have done by not going behind the scenes. They just
drink it all up. Why does it taste a little bit bitter?
Drink the cup.
They drink the lies. And then they get mad at the enemy because his urine don't taste like lemonade.
Right.
And mad at us because we showing him, hey, that's not lemonade in your cup. Brother.
Now, here's the problem.
Right.
Some people look up and see the teat providing the lemonade. They can see that that's not where you get lemons from. They can see all the junk up there. Now, us, we look at it and go, no, That's not lemonade. That's not where lemonade comes from. You see that right there?
Right.
I don't even want to look back over there. That's gross. Why would you do that?
Them
Behind the
right?
scenes.
Them hairy lemons.
That's behind the scenes. But some brothers don't look up and they go, look like lemonade. I think I want it.
Right.
And you're like, no, brother, don't drink it. He goes,
Don't drink the cup.
but I think I want it.
Don't drink.
Hey, I gotta, because that's the mindset of our people. The majority of our people, that right there is the very mindset. I got a scripture for that. Give me that book in Isaiah chapter 30 and verse. Give me 12.
The book of
Isaiah chapter 30 and verse 12.
The book of
Bring it
Isaiah,
out.
chapter 30 and verse 12.
Bring it out.
Wherefore thus saith the Holy One of Israel, because ye despise this word, and trust in oppression.
Do what?
And trust in oppression.
This is the mindset. We trust in oppression by trusting in the very same people who's done nothing but harm to us over the years.
Right.
We trust in them wholeheartedly, more than we trust our own brother.
That's a shame.
More than we trust our own people.
How can you believe that your slave master is going to give you actual history?
Read it again.
It says, wherefore thus saith the Holy One of Israel, because ye despise this word.
Because you despise the truth.
The behind the scenes.
You despise what's
Behind
good
the
for you. The real knowledge,
living water.
The reality of your situation. That you're not equal.
The truth.
Right. And trust in oppression and perverseness and stay thereon.
And they want to stay thereon because they don't want to. When they have opportunity and option to hear the truth, accept the truth, eat the truth, digest the truth, breathe the truth, they don't want to do it. They say, you know what? I'm comfortable like this. No, that's not what the white man says. Well, he has a PhD. I'm going to go with what he says.
Pathological, heretic, and deceiver.
This is what they told me in school. You wasn't my teacher.
Right. Exactly.
You wasn't my teacher.
All right, so we're going to go to the people. We're going to go out to the streets.
Yeah,
we're going to get a word from the people and see what they know
say.
about imagery.
See how crazy our people is out there.
Let's go see. Let's go to the
So let me ask you, what do you feel about the African American blackwashing of Ariel the Little Mermaid?
I don't know. I haven't even seen the movie, so I haven't paid attention to it.
Well, they haven't made it yet.
Oh, then I don't know.
You don't know?
I have no idea.
So do you believe that it's important that she's black, or should she stay white? Or does it matter?
To me, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter? Okay, that's interesting that you say that. So let me ask you this. What about Jesus Christ? Does it matter what he looks like?
No.
No, it doesn't matter. So why do you say that?
Because no one knows the true color of Jesus.
Okay, so some people say that James Bond can't be black because he's a Caucasian man in real life. What do you say to that?
It's false.
That's false. Why do you say that?
Because you can make anyone into any race you want them to be.
So I can make you a white man?
Yes.
How would I do that?
Paint.
Paint. Say what?
Paint. Or whatever they do to...
But would that change your nationality?
Yes.
Yes?
To the outside world, it would.
Go ahead, sit down. We're in Hollywood, and Hollywood makes a lot of movies, right? And they just cast a black woman in the role of Ariel the Little Mermaid. How you feel about that?
Me personally, that's not her role because that's a fictional character.
Okay, so what would be her role?
Her role is a strong black queen coming out of the motherland, being able to sit back and enlighten her people and give her people the knowledge of self and knowing who they really are.
If somebody made a movie about you, about your family, and they made you an Asian and you a white woman and, I don't know, you a troll, would you be upset?
Yes. We could be adopted. No, I'm just playing.
No, yes, I would. No, yeah, I would be Asian.
So why would that make you upset?
Because I'm not Asian. Like, see my race, I'm not Asian. I want to play me.
Yeah, what she said, I'm playing myself.
Yeah, if it's my story, it should have me in it. You know?
Okay, so that's good, that's good. So if it's your story, it should look like you.
Yes. Right. Oh, y'all don't see what he just did there?
Right.
Y'all don't see what he just did?
So,
wow,
it's obvious.
Paint.
It's obvious.
What? Hey, remember? Hey, y'all should have played that clip of Westbrook in his post game interview.
Oh, yeah.
What?
What?
Y'all stupid.
He
Some of our
said
people,
paint
man.
will change your nationality.
I don't know what that brother was on. I don't know what he was on, bro.
Hey, but that's the effects of imagery. Imagery,
You know,
or the lack thereof for our
I
community.
think that has a lot to do with giving up.
Yeah.
The brother seemed like he had no fight in him. Like
No.
he didn't want to conflict with anybody's view. So
That's that part where they trust in oppression
Yeah.
and stay thereon. That giving up is when you stay thereon.
The lion that crouches over.
What did Harriet Tubman
Lion
say?
whelp.
Harriet Tubman said that she would free more slaves if she could convince more slaves that they were slaves.
Damn. They thought that. So you say they thought they was workers?
They was working. They thought they was working.
They thought they were workers.
They've been pulling that
Damn.
trick
for years, centuries.
Hey, the Wizard of Oz when he was doing
Oh,
all
my
that
goodness.
behind the scenes,
All the theatrics.
Hey, when you pull,
I am the great
you pull the
Oz.
curtain,
That's about.
and he was sitting there.
Been remixing it and remixing it. And
I'm glad you brought
remixing it.
that up, officer, because that's what we're doing. We're exposing that little midget
We're pulling the curtain. We're pulling the curtain behind the scenes.
It's not a coincidence that on Wizard of Oz, the little dog Toto, that he was a black dog.
Right.
It's not a coincidence.
Bring it out.
That's another one.
He said, "Nope, there's a nigga back here. He faking. Don't believe it. Big green head. I can't bite you, but I can bite your ankle."
And that's us right now. That's us. We're total. We're going over there.
Yeah.
Woo! Hey!
It's not a coincidence.
Because that's as insignificant as that little dog might have seen.
Hey, that was a superhero of the movie.
Yeah.
That was the turning point of the story. Cause she wouldn't have got nothing for the Cowardly Lion or the Tin Man or the Straw Man or herself.
Ooh.
She wouldn't have got nothing. But when the wicked was revealed,
They all became
they
strong.
all got what was coming to them.
Yeah, the lion had courage now.
Black man, white,
I'm a
black
black
man,
man.
Hispanic man, Native Indian man. If you want reparations for your people, that wicked got to be revealed.
Hey,
It's got to happen.
this is our reparation right here.
Get that scripture. Get that scripture, officer.
That's our reparation.
Get that scripture you wanted.
Which one?
The one you wanted.
Right now?
Yeah, the one you wanted.
Yeah, give me that in 1 Corinthians chapter 1. I
Get
knew
that.
I wanted the scripture.
I knew you wanted
Yeah,
to get it.
I was gonna call it. Give me that. Yeah, because that little dog is how the world looks at us. It may seem it's like nothing insignificant, right? Give me that.
No truth shall come.
Yeah, give me that.
He ain't gonna save nobody. He a little dog. Look at that little dog.
He's harmless.
Look, his bark is bigger than his bite.
Yeah, and that's how they look at the Israelite right now. They say, "Oh, they're small. They're no threat."
That's why they always trying to assess us. What's the threat assessment on these people? How big have they gotten?
Hey, give me the start at verse 25.
Book of 1 Corinthians.
25. Go ahead.
1:25?
Yeah, chapter 1, verse 25. Start there.
Bring it out.
The book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 1, verse 25. Because the foolishness of God is wiser than men. And the
that's that right there.
Says everything.
Damn. Say that. Read that
Says
again.
everything.
Because the foolishness of God is wiser than men.
Go ahead.
And the weakness of God is stronger than men.
Go ahead.
For ye see your calling, brethren, how that not many wise men after the flesh, not many mighty, not many noble are called.
So God said he ain't calling the quote unquote the wise men of the world, the quote unquote the noble people of the world, those who are honored in this world with accolades and certifications and
PhDs,
and
The
doctrines,
pathological
and
heretics
degrees,
and deceivers.
right? Go ahead.
Verse 27. But God hath chosen the foolish things of the world to confound the wise.
Wow.
The uneducated,
Right.
the insignificant.
Let's go get into it.
And God hath chosen the weak things of the world,
Or the insignificant ones.
to confound the things which are mighty.
Go ahead.
And base things of the world,
The insignificant ones.
and things which are despised,
And things that are hated. Right? They hate to see our imagery in good light.
Look, the only way you can be somebody is to get out of the hood. Nobody can be great in the hood and turn the hood into something tourists can come spend their money in.
Damn.
You gotta leave.
That's
Right.
profound.
Go ahead.
And base things of the world, and things which are despised, hath God chosen.
Go ahead.
Yea, and things which are not, to bring to naught things that are.
That's us pulling the curtains to show you behind the scenes.
That's a bomb drop. That's a bomb
when
drop.
you
right there.
when you look at
big
Wizard
bomb
of Oz, when you look at Wizard of Oz, you got to think, how long was this dude deceiving the whole land of
For
Oz?
generations.
This dude got a whole castle, the Emerald City. He got a whole city.
Wow.
He has actual magical beings in awe of him.
Wow.
And this insignificant dog revealed the whole sham.
That's some behind the scenes stuff right there.
Behind the scenes thing right there. Because Oz could represent Babylon the Great.
Babylon
Does
And-
represent
and
Babylon
does.
the Great. The short Edomite man.
Dorothy, Toto, the Tin Man, the Lion Man, all represent a certain segment of the population.
Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. You got the Puerto Ricans. You got the Native Indians.
Asian.
You got the I don't know who the Tin Man is, but the Scarecrow is definitely Judah. The Scarecrow is definitely Judah.
Is it the Scarecrow or the lion?
The lion,
was
bro.
just the lion.
You can't
Cowardly
take the
lion?
Yeah, the
Cowardly
cowardly
lion.
lion.
Because
in
the way that they portray.
Oh yeah.
Remember the way that they portray the black man, who is
Okay.
Judah.
Who would you put the Scarecrow
They,
as in?
they would put what I'm saying is the black man right now. I'm sticking to the line right now.
You was wrong about this one. I know this one.
Hey, how do they portray us in
Always.
Get a clip of that. Can we get a clip? Can we get a clip of that? Of that line?
Hey, but he was afraid of everything.
Everything.
He was afraid. He had no
Leaf rustle, and
courage.
He said, holding his tail.
Right. But guess
You
what?
right, you
but
right.
guess what? He was a lion. He's supposed to be the king of the jungle. And that's how they portray us black men.
You know, you right. I did misspeak.
Yeah.
We the damn lion. We the
That's how they
lion.
portray us all the time, especially in a lot of those old minstrel films.
Yeah.
Go ahead and let us
Get
alone.
it.
Oh, scared, huh? Afraid, huh? How long can you stay fresh in that can? Come on, get up and fight, you shivering junkyard. Put your hands up, you lopsided bag of hay.
Now that's getting personal, Lion.
Yes. Get up and teach him a lesson.
Well, what's wrong with you teaching them?
Well, I hardly know him.
Look at you anyway, Pee-wee.
Shame on you.
What did you do that for? I didn't buy them.
No, but you tried to. It's bad enough picking on a straw man, but when you go around picking on poor little dogs.
Well, you didn't have to go
You can
and
pick
hit
on
me,
the
did
straw
you?
man, but when you mess with the dog.
Is my nose bleeding?
Well, of course not.
Yo, that's
My
Israel
goodness,
all
what a
day.
fuss you're
That's
making.
Judah all day,
Well,
bro.
naturally, when you go around picking on things weaker than you are, why, you're nothing but a great big coward.
You're right. I am a coward. I haven't any courage at all.
All right, take it
I
off.
even scare myself.
Take it off. He's killing a spirit right
Hey,
now.
real,
He's
hey, while
killing a
we're on
spirit.
that real quick, get Genesis 49:9.
Oh, my
This is why this is Judah. This is
he
why
vexed
this
my
is
spirit.
Judah. All praises
Hey,
for
no,
behind the
that's
scenes.
heavy though. That's heavy because what you just see, what you just see, right? He was big and bad to people who were insignificant, like him. He was beating on the people that had nothing to do with his situation.
Selling drugs to his own people.
And then I don't even know who to call.
Punking
Dorothy.
his own
Who
people.
the hell is
Killing
Dorothy?
killing his own people.
Listen,
You know?
listen. How they portray us all the time is we loud, we talk a big game, we talk a big, talk a lot
whole
of
lot
smack.
of bark, no bite.
A whole lot of bark. Well, you said it good. You said it best. Whole lot of bark, no bite. Right? And when it really comes down to the nitty gritty, guess what? We'll fight each other. We'll pick on each other. But our true enemies, we gonna
Hey,
tuck that tail and run like a little.
The safest place for our true enemies is in our own neighborhood.
Fight.
That's why they gentrify neighborhoods.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Hey, read that real quick.
All right, the book of Genesis, chapter 49 and verse 9. Judah is a lion's whelp.
Now, what is that lion whelp is talking about?
Simba.
Judah is a lion's whelp. What is that whelp is talking about?
It's a young lion.
It's talking about that whelp of not having the understanding of the Bible no more, not knowing that he is the ruler of the earth, and not what they portray in movies and how they portray the white man as how they portray Esau as the person of success and all that good stuff. Okay. No, we crouch down. We are a lion's whelp because we turn away from who we really are.
Because that whelp is Simba. That whelp is the young lion, right?
Right.
That whelp is the lion that he don't know nothing.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? He just got born. He's Simba. Everything the light touches. Like he's just like, oh wow, light and animals, and he's cool, right? That's that young lion. Come on.
Right.
From the prey, my son, thou art gone up.
So now that young lion has been taught how to eat, how to hunt. He's been taught reality as it is. You the lion. You supposed to eat. You supposed to hunt. That nature has been taught to him. Come on.
He stooped down. He crouched as a lion.
So he stooped down. He was ready. He was like, yo, it's about to go down. Dad taught me how to do it. My claws is sharp. And that wildebeest is going down. And then what happened?
And as an old lion, who shall rouse him up?
And then he just laid there.
And never got up.
He laid there, rolled over, and said, Hakuna Matata. What a wonderful phrase.
Ooh, this is deep. Why did he lay there? Why did Simba lay there? Why did Simba not grow up? Because the imagery was taken away from him. His dad. When his dad was taken away from him, the same person that around him up to be that lion was taken away from him. He went into Gentile way.
And who took his image away from him?
Right, the heathen.
Who took his image away from him?
His own people.
His own brother.
His own people.
Who is Jacob's brother?
Esau.
Damn.
Drop
that bomb one more time.
Drop that bomb.
That's behind the scenes.
That's behind the scenes. That's why we need imagery. Because when you read in the Bible, hey, when we lost the leadership, every time we had a leadership, we were good.
Get that
but
in
right
Judges. Judges 17, 22.
Right when we lost it, we were back into
verse.
Gentiles. We were back into,
At that time, there was no judges. I think it's
last verse.
19, last verse?
No, it's
or 17.
It's the last chapter, last verse.
Last
chapter, first verse.
Our people need imagery.
Imagery is so important.
Dang.
It's so important. I mean, look, we can go into the character of the images of the people at a later date.
Verse 25.
Right now, we talking about the visage, the physical appearance of those people. Because we don't even know who to look to.
Right.
We don't even know where to look. So first we have to look at who are we? Who is our people? What is our actual history? Then we can go into critiquing the characteristics and their character and what they've done. Then we can go into that. First we got to know who the heck they are.
Right.
Y'all still looking for Umbaku over there with a grass skirt and a bone in his nose.
Right.
That's not you.
Big old plate.
Read that.
The book of Judges, chapter 21, verse 25. In those days, there was no king in Israel.
There was no king, just like now. There is no king. We started off with this.
Every man did that which was right in his own eyes.
Every man did that which was right in his own eyes. Everybody's out for self. Everybody's out for what I know, what I've seen, what the white man told to me.
What I think, what I believe.
What I feel.
Well,
the moment I hear what I feel, what I think.
Everybody say that. I feel is.
Every time I hear that, all I hear is a traitor. Every time I hear, I feel, I think, you are a traitor.
Charlie Brown.
Ain't Charlie the acronym or the word for enemy?
Yeah. It is.
Wow. Hey, that's deep.
Yeah.
That's deep.
And he's brown. Charlie Brown. But I think there's no weight on my life.
Right.
You can feel like it's hot outside.
Right.
And it could be 60 degrees.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? You can feel any daggone thing. But what is real? You feel hot, but mama's still gonna put a jacket on you because you're gonna catch a death of cold out here. You understand? How you feel?
You can feel like you ain't sick, but you gonna be. You still sick.
Hey, how many of
you
y'all
still gotta heal?
How many of y'all have gotten sick with a cold or whatever, right? And you still sick, but that one day where your body is beginning to recover, you got that jolt of energy, and you go and you hang out and you do the thing, and you go to work, and you playing with your friends, you got everybody and their mama sick, and then the next day you feel like garbage.
Right.
Because you was never well to begin with. You just felt well.
Feelings.
Finish
no
that.
concrete.
Finish that.
Read it again.
Read it again.
In those days, there were no king in Israel. Every man did that which was right in his own eyes.
So when there's no king, everybody's left to do what's right in their own eyes. Come on.
And you know what? When that's how our people are today. Doing what's right in their own eyes, meaning what? You forget what's right in the Lord's eyes.
You forget what's right.
You forget what's right, period, right?
Because the Lord is the author of what's right.
And the reference we just made of how we always hear our people say how I feel and how it sounds to us. Well, want. Guess what? That's in the scripture.
Oh yes.
Give me that in Psalms chapter 137, and verse 5.
The officer about to break down the fact the Most High don't care about your feelings. He do not care.
Well, this is
about your feelings.
I want to show you the prophecy of what King David said. Watch this. Read
the book of Psalms, chapter 135 and verse 5.
Go ahead.
For I know that the Lord is great.
137 in verse 5.
137 verse 5. If I forget thee, O Jerusalem.
If he do what?
If I forget thee, O Jerusalem.
If we do what?
If I forget thee, O Jerusalem.
So the scripture says if I forget thee, O Jerusalem, meaning if I forget what's right, if I forget my image, if I forget the knowledge of the Lord, go ahead.
Let my right hand forget her cunning.
Let us not know what is best for us.
Simba, you have forgotten who you are,
right?
And so forgotten me.
Go ahead.
Verse 6. If I do not remember thee, let my tongue cleave to the roof of my mouth.
Because if your tongue is cleaving to the roof of your mouth, and who gonna understand you? Right. Who gonna you don't make no sense. You sound dumb. You sound stupid.
You sound dumb.
And that's how our people. That's how our people.
I love
that's
that.
how our people are when they talk about how I feel is how I feel. Everybody got what's right in their own mind. Ain't nobody know what's right for their people.
And yet they on the bottom just like you.
Right.
They in the ghetto. They in the ghetto just like you. Right. They got single parent households just like you. They got financial issues just like you.
Gotta
but how they feel and how they think
gotta
is
deal
right.
with gentrification just like you.
But how they feel and how they think is supposed to be right. Look, we don't go off of how we feel.
Right.
We go off of behind the scenes. What God says from behind the scenes.
What the Most High says.
That's how we go.
Period.
Because at the end of the day, if God feels is right, that's the ultimate right.
That's right. That's right.
That's
Bring
the
it
only
out.
right. You understand?
Right.
So, we about to watch this video. We about to look at this. We about to take one last break, and then we're going to come back for any other questions and things like that. If you want to follow us on BehindTheScenesRadio.com so you can register for our Discord server, we want the conversation to keep going, and we want you to join the enlightened family who want to understand the truth that is in this world and behind Esau's media. Make sure that you go to our Discord server and you register and you continue the conversation that you know what I'm saying? If you want to say something on the show, that's how we do it. We bring you in on the Discord server. So, also follow us on our Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and our Twitter at BTSR. On there, we're going to have a whole lot of behind the scenes, some articles, some clips, some meetings of the minds with our people on the street so that you can see what the word on the street is and make sure if it's right, you go with it. And if it's wrong, you stay away from it. Let's go to the video.
Let me show you how important clothing is. You want to see how important clothing is?
If I was
to
walking
God?
around with a bathing suit, you would be horny.
No, I would not.
I'm your daughter's
I
slave.
don't listen. Read this Bible.
So why are you trying to make me with the
Proverbs chapter
Bible?
7, verse 10.
So
Let me show you what my forefathers told me. Read verse 7. And behold, among the simple ones, I discerned among the 10. Read 7 and 10. And behold,
The sister said that God said not to judge. I'm going to show you what that means, sister. Because we don't understand what that means. No, sister. No. Our people are so damn destroyed. Let's see what God says, though. No, that's what you said. 1 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 15. But he that is spiritual, judging. Romans chapter 1, verse 25. Monique, listen up, Monique, listen up. Read it again. Who changed the truth of God into a lie? See that, sister? You believe what you believe, that you can dress like that you can't judge, because the world has changed the truth of God into a lie. Look at this foolishness. God says that the world today has changed the truth of God into a lie. You see that? The woman must be a woman. The woman must be teaching the children. The woman must teach the young daughter, the young sister, how to be a real woman. This is foolishness. Why? Because the minds of our people have been so spoiled and destroyed. Let's see, read it.
Hey, sister, what's your nationality?
Now, brother, okay, but you shave your head. You shave your head and you shave your face, right? It's appropriate for you. Give me Acts 5:29. Must do. That's right. Matthew 26. Acts a very precious ointment and poured it on his head.
Man, stupid-ish.
As you can see, when people get on about what they feel and what they think, all hell breaks loose.
When they forget their image,
they be doing
people
stupid-ish.
do what's right in their own eyes.
they begin to look real simple.
He needs some milk. And you need some milk.
They all need some milk.
They need some
to
milk.
grow thereby.
And I ain't talking about cow's
to
milk.
grow thereby.
That was good.
You need that mama's milk.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Stupid-ish.
But check this out. So all of this confusion, all of this feelings and all these things that you're thinking is perpetrated by your enemy. It's perpetrated by Esau, by Babylon. This is who runs your media. This is who runs your TV shows. This is who runs your fake news. This is who runs all of these organizations.
Advertisements.
This is who puts your advertisements in your communities, on your billboards, in your magazines, and on the radio and on the TV. This is who does this. We don't do this. The closest thing you got to Israelite producer is Spike Lee.
Sure.
And that brother is barely cleaving on the knowledge. Barely. You understand what I'm telling you? Like, even Key and Peele, like Brother Q, these brothers, they have a form of knowledge, but they're both attached to Caucasian women. You can't be for your people when you're married to the enemy. And the point of the matter is, that even with those little bits of knowledge, changing the imagery of our forefathers, of our history, of who we are, is what leaves the gap and allows for that kind of behavior, because they have no role model to model themselves after. They have no standard of what's right and what's wrong, and that begins with the standard of our imagery. So that's been the show.
All praise.
You guys got any final thoughts?
Just my final thought, officer. I mean, I agree, obviously, 100%. I thought the profound scripture of the day was Isaiah chapter 30 and verse 12. I mean, I think that summed it all up, in the sense that our people's image is being perpetrated in the media with a lack of a positive image for ourselves. They're pushing the black woman out in the front. Now you're seeing advertisements without the black man. You got the black woman with Moabites now in the media. What happened to the black man? Why can we no longer be on the scene? So because we're now seeing our women with Moabites, it's going to destroy us.
That family
even
structure.
More, even more.
And I just want to leave it off with this last precept to close it. Psalms 85 and 11. Because that's what we're doing. We're exposing. We're the behind the scenes. Brothers thinking that King James is white now know that he's black.
That's right.
Brothers that see that foolishness of Frederick Douglass portray as a white man knows that that brother is black too, from the slave trade. Right? Read.
The book of Psalms, chapter 85 and verse 11. Truth shall spring out of the earth.
Truth what?
Truth shall spring out of the earth.
And what?
And righteousness shall look down from heaven.
So all the stuff that the earth that they're portraying and pushing in front of us, that's what they want to portray of us. But the truth behind the scenes, what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring that truth to the earth and the righteousness of what we have to come and model ourselves behind, which is this Bible,
That's
so
right.
we can get up out of here.
That's right.
That's right.
No final thoughts?
All praises.
All praises.
All right, Israel. So, if you want to figure out who you are, the last thing that I got to let you know is go to israelunite.org. If you want to know the truth about your nationality and see the archaeological evidence, the biblical evidence, and get a breakdown on what it all means and how to put it together, begin your journey on self-discovery. Go find yourself at israelunite.org. This is Behind the Scenes Radio. I'm Zeph Judah.
Officer Uwell.
Officer Job.
Soldier Tovaya.
And we're out. Roll that outro.
Shake him down, we go at it till about 4 or 5 o'clock. Warfare, got my gear, I'm prepared for the op. And we talking how we walk it, yeah, that's just how we rock. Friday night, gotta rest, in the morning, hit the block. Shake him down, we go at it till about 4 or 5 o'clock. Warfare, got my gear, I'm prepared for the op. And we talking how we walk it, yeah, that's just how we rock. Hey, I'm a workaholic, boy, don't play with me. Hey, no breaks, do this till the death of me. I'm with Elohim, careful what you say to me.